It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously on the Chronicles of Celestria. In the heart of Sylvanthal, the seven gathered their wits and weapons, mending frayed clothes and wounded pride in preparation for an evening amongst nobles. Makeup masked celestial cracks, dresses were borrowed, smirks were exchanged, and the Hearthrest Inn was emptied as seven strangers strode into the shimmer of the noble estate. They were greeted by Lady Poravinia Silverwind, widow of a fallen lord and once a quiet patron of the Ladies of Love. She welcomed them warmly into Silverwind Manor, a marble-clad estate of green vines and gold trim, shadows tucked neatly behind the elegance. At the table sat curious company: Lady Valina Dinksby, sharp of eye and mind, Lady Daphne Blakewood, bright-eyed and breathless, Sir Frederick Alivander, noble and ever eager, Lord Shagwin Rogmar, a jolly merchant with a taste for wine, and of course, Baron Scoobleton Durow, generous of both plate and spirit. Lady Poravinia offered more than food. She offered confession, that she regretted her ties to the Ladies of Love, that her late husband was found drained of blood, his death still unsolved, that her adopted son, Renly, now known as Elric, had vanished into the shadowy threads of the Black Network. A knock interrupted the dinner. Judge and Zelentrus answered it. They stood in front of none other than Lord Valerian Blackthorn, a silver-tongued noble bearing a box of black-thorned roses. After being turned away, he vanished into the night like a ghost uninvited. Back at the table, laughter turned to unease. Baron Scoobleton had gone to lie down, never to rise again. They found him lifeless, torn and chewed, bite marks trailing to the furniture. Lady Valina noted marks no one else saw. Judge reached for divine light, only to feel nothing. His prayers met silence, his faith unanswered. Ashira, ever watchful, raised the enchanted eye gifted to her by Thalos and revealed the truth. Mimics. 3 of them, to be precise. Furniture-shaped death traps. A trap laid beneath velvet and wine. The battle was vicious. Mirabelle and Zelentrus fell before being pulled back from the brink. Sylas was nearly consumed, only to be saved by Diego's swift hands and a mysterious guiding force unseen. His eyes glowed different. His voice changed. Judge, doubting and desperate, missed strike after strike, until a new warmth, foreign and fierce, surged through his arms. In the end, the mimic lay dead. The dining room was wrecked. The nobles shaken. Sir Frederick called the guard, and the 7 stood bloodied but breathing. In Sylvanthal, where even dinner can be deadly. This is episode 6 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. Alright, so, last episode, guys, we called it off at the end of combat. Zelentrus, as you can see, is still unconscious. He's not doing so well. He's stable, but down. The rest of you have just finished beating these mimics. You can hear coming from outside is actually basically the guard's footsteps, what you believe to be that sort of metallic twang hitting on the cobblestones. You can hear Sir Alivander. You can hear the nobles crying in the other room. What do you do?
Ashira, I'm so sorry. Your dress was ruined. I'm so sorry. Oh, this really hurts, but I'm really sorry. I never meant for that to happen.
But Mirabelle, it's okay. We figure it out later. Let's get everybody out of this room. Is he dead?
I will, as she says that, I will run up to Zell, and I'm gonna don't know if it'll work because the gods are not happy with me. I'm gonna try to lay my hand on him and try to use lay on hands and heal him if I can, if I'm allowed.
So you reach out with the lay on hands to try and heal him?
Yeah.
As he's been
Yeah.
stabilized, but is currently looking worse for wear.
Yeah,
As you reach
He's knocked
out, you feel the radiance, almost like it's coming from your shoulder down through your arm to your hand as
Oh.
you go to reach out. You
Okay.
cast lay on hands.
I will give him. I give him 1 hit point just in case something else happens. Take it easy there, buddy. Take it easy. You're all right. You're all right.
What?
Yep. There you go. Breathe.
Oh, was that twice in like 1 minute?
What?
That I don't remember what happened.
Well, you're fine now, and I think we should get you out of this room. How about that?
Yeah, sounds good. Are they dead?
The mimics are taken care of. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
that is
Better hope so.
that is as long as none of these other things are. And Diego just kicks a chair like across the room.
Yeah.
No, that one's good. That one's good.
Ashira, how did you see them? Like, how did you figure out they were monsters?
Well, I had this stone with a hole in it.
Before you go to grab it, you try to reach for it, and where you'd put it last, it's no longer there. What you feel to your side is that sort of velvet-lined, silver-threaded pouch of celestial dust is now quite a bit heavier. You also feel, Ashira, that despite this combat taking a lot out of you, the exhilaration, the efforts that you put in, you feel a little bit more healthy, almost like it's giving you some vigor as you gain 1 point towards your constitution primary stat, and that brings you up to a 14 now. So you notice that this pouch is severely heavy, and it's shaped very similar to that stone that you had that sort of feature to it.
As she then will reach for the pouch and I guess pull out the stone.
Mm-hmm.
I had this stone that was given to me by that weird guy at the well. I think we all got a little trinket, but I looked through it and I could see these monsters.
Or should we get check other rooms? She said she got all kinds of things standing around, right?
Well, she
did
said she
say.
got-
Yes, go ahead.
Ouch. She said she got 3 things from an auction, and those were the 3 items. I mean, we can take a look, but it seems like this was one bad batch.
Also, if I may just say, we almost lost 2 people in this room. Almost 3, actually. I'd say we don't do any searching for now, and we just
Well,
I
check
agree
a
with
room
you.
that we can bed down in and try to rest up a bit.
Well,
You guys are looking worse
I
for
don't want
wear.
more combat right now.
well, how are we gonna know where to bed down safely if we don't check?
We can check
rooms?
a room, but we shouldn't go looking around the whole place.
Oh,
Especially in our
I
city.
also
First of
I
all,
don't know if the potency. Sorry, Sylas. Go ahead.
I'd like to know what the fuck happened.
Elirr cast a spell at you.
I'm sorry, Celestria. I
Everyone,
was trying to help. It kind of misfired.
I'm for your view. I'm still like on hands and knees, like grabbing my chest, puffing very hard, and you will see Sylas turn back to Elirr, looking him dead in the eye. You will never do that again. And as he says, there's like a shimmer of black fading from his eyes.
I'm sorry. I just meant to help. I won't do it.
I do not think he meant it. I misfire, you know? It happens.
You
Not to me, but you know.
also know hot-headedness. You are currently very flammable with all this oil on you.
Wonderful. That's, my head, my leg.
Can we just get out of this room and reconvene in a safer location, and then maybe let some people sit down and rest? I feel like that is something we really need to do right now.
I mean, Silas, if you like, I can try and help you get off the Oriole with this spell. Like, but really
Maybe
only
no.
if you want me
No
to.
more spells from you.
Maybe Elirr just not this evening, eh?
Refrain on the spells, please.
My makeup has come off. I'm probably gonna have to explain all this.
Zelentrus, you still look fine. It's okay.
As you
I know,
guys,
I look better now.
As you guys are having this conversation, you can hear the noise outside. Sounds like the boots have been walking up towards the steps or running towards the front of the manor, and you can hear that there's this sort of slam of a door. Do any of you sort of step out to have a look at this? Do you just hear the door coming in, people walking in through the front door?
I'm trying to, get people out of the room. So Judge trying to, get people out. He would step through the door and go out to the.
Tell
main
reaches
area.
his arm up.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. No worries, pal. Just take it easy, and if you need any more bandages, come to me.
Well, that probably be guard. We should probably explain.
Well, let's head out then.
So as you guys exit the room, you would see that the manor's sort of great marble wooden oak doors, right? They creak open once more as you hear these armored footsteps echo sort of across the floor. As you see, Sir Alivander is accompanied now by 2 members of the Savanthal City Guard with their sort of emerald cloaks dripped in that sort of silver look across them as well. And they sort of push inside, swords sheathed, but their hands are near the hilts of their blades. As you can see that Sir Frederick and Lady Valina sort of step forward quickly to sort of jump to their attention. What do you guys do?
I scan the room as I'm about to leave. Is there any alcohol lying about?
There is a bottle on the table between the legs of Scoobleton, who got knocked over. It looks like it's unopened. It's got a cork on the end.
Well, he won't be needing this. And I grab the bottle, and I pop the cork and just take a swig as I walk out with the bottle.
Yep. And as you do that, I need you to roll initiative because no, I'm kidding. It's not a mimic. It's not a mimic. But yes, no.
Chew the mimic.
Yeah, you grab that bottle of wine, and it's sort of you read on the label that it's like it's a drow nightshade. So it's actually you would know that this is something which you get in Stonehaven. It is quite a nice sort of velvety red. It has dark undertones of sort of some darker fruits that are commonly found in the Underdark. So yeah, a drow nightshade. But yeah, the rest of you, as you step out, you see that Lady Valina and Sir Frederick are currently sort of in hushed tones talking to the guards who have stepped into the room. And I would say that as Lady Silverwind can see you all stepping out looking bloodied and worse for wear, she looks at you, and though she's composed, she's still pale. And she turns to you all with a sort of soft but commanding tone. Please, rest. You've done more than enough tonight. Let me handle the nobles and the guards. Come this way, as she ushers you to follow her. Does anybody not follow her as she sort of ushers you to follow her?
We'll follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Can I insight the behavior there?
Yep, sure. By all means, go ahead, roll an insight check.
My question, I guess, is her reaction because she genuinely believes we need to rest, or is she trying to stop us from speaking to the authorities?
Sure. Go ahead and roll insight.
Thank you. Sorry, I should have been better prepared. Where the hell is insight there? 18.
She looks genuinely concerned. With an 18, you can see she looks genuinely concerned for your well-being, particularly as some of you, she would have seen that Mirabelle in particular, who she's got her eyes on and is watching carefully, is looking worse for wear. She can see that Sylas is covered in oil. She looks
Mhm.
genuine in what she's saying here. But you do feel that she also believes maybe she, as the manor owner, should be the one to come forward. And with regards to the death of a noble in her property, she doesn't want you to be involved.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just follow the group.
Yeah, so she leads you down. I would say that she starts walking towards the stairs, and anybody who leaves the room, you can hear the sort of hushed tones of the conversation going on. You can see there's the occasional sort of miming of hands from Lady Valina, which they're talking about what looks like wine or dinner and food. And I would say that Lady Daphne is sort of keeping out of it. Anybody who is sort of walking past them or close to them can see that Daphne is talking to Shagwin right now, who looks beside himself and is in tears, leaning against the pillar. But yeah, as you guys sort of follow Lady Silverwind down, she points to a door on her left side as she walks towards the stairs. She guides you basically down through the sort of main hallway towards the stairs. And what surprises most of you as you leave the room is, though in there it was all intense and there was blood splattered everywhere, there was a body on the ground. Out here, it's as though the scene hasn't even happened. There's that sense of lavender faintly on the air, that smell of sort of fresh lavender. And at the top of the stairs, she looks at the top of the stairs, and at the top of the stairs, directly opposite, I would say anybody who's walking down following her towards the staircase, you can see that there are basically large mirrors, almost like a mirror opposite the staircase, which faces down towards the stairs. So you would be able to see the landing basically from below, and it looks like above the staircase where you're stood is just more rooms and doors. But yeah, as she steps past this door, she opens it and sort of says to you, through here, we have a living quarters for most of the help. I haven't used it in some time, I promise. None of the beds should be anything unsavory. Everything has been there for some time. Please, make yourselves at home. You're more than welcome to stay here as long as you need. There is also some food on the table. There are some rations on the side there. Help yourselves to anything you need. As you can see, she's still trying to remain composed, but is a little bit uneasy as she steps past, and she says, Mirabelle, there's a room for you upstairs. Perhaps if the girls would like to, I believe there's, as she pops her head through the door, 1, 2, 3, 4, technically 5. She looks you up and down, Judge. And then she says, we have 5 beds in here. Will you need...
No, I'll be fine. Don't worry about me, man.
Well, anybody who would like to, there's beds in here, there's 5 in here, singles. I also have more space upstairs, anybody who would like to join me. But please, rest, take it easy, and we can discuss in the morning. As you would know that after this sort of combat, it's getting on in the night. You guys have had about an hour and a half of eating and drinking since it was about 8 o'clock. It's now getting late into the evening. I would say that, Diego, with your insight check from earlier, you can also see that everything that she's saying, she's quite keen to sort of get you guys out of this main area. Almost like you're not sure she wants you to be involved in any way with this noble's, deceased noble, I guess.
Lady Silverwind, you said there's more rooms upstairs. Is there a washroom? Somewhere I can clean up all this blood?
Absolutely. No, we have a washroom upstairs with a bath, and we have some toilets there, lavatories if you need those. Is there anything else I can help you with? As you can see that she's also
Diego,
looking past you to the guards.
Diego, can you help me upstairs to the washroom?
What about... sure, okay.
I'm already covered in it, Diego.
I put your arm around my shoulder, I'm like, ugh, and then I help you up the stairs.
Perhaps if you tell us which room is off limits, as it is yours, I'm sure we can figure it out from there.
Or on limits, let us know.
All of
Or
the
on
rooms,
limits, we can share.
Any rooms that are off limits are locked upstairs. There's my private quarters, but the rest you have full access to the house. Please, just whatever you need. I'm so sorry that dinner had to spiral in such a way.
Ma'am, if you need anything at all, don't be afraid to come grab us. I know I didn't really get hurt too much. I can still be of help around here if you need anything.
She smiles. Thank you, Sir Knight. That's very generous of you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I'm not a knight, ma'am. Not anymore.
Well, you certainly look like one. And have the heart of one, too.
And I would like to say, Lady Silverwind, this isn't the worst dinner party I've been to in terms of events after the food. Trust me, there have been a few.
I don't doubt it, but... Oh, why does this always happen to me? Let's move you on, shall we? Anybody who would like to come upstairs with me, please, follow me. As she heads on up. I can show you where the rooms are for the night. Mirabelle, yours is right upstairs to the left.
Mirabelle,
Merci.
before you go to sleep tonight, I'd like to have a discussion with
Oh, naturellement, of course.
you. Take care of what you need. I'll be in this room right here till you're ready.
Thank you. Okay, I will come down in a minute.
So Lady Silverwind sort of steps to the side. Which of you is going into the room downstairs, and who's sort of going upstairs? Is anyone not going into a room or not following anybody? What are you guys doing?
I'm going to the room downstairs. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye. I'm gonna keep the door a little cracked so I can hear what's going on out there. But I'll be in the room downstairs.
Yep. And Sylas?
Silas is still like, what happened? Yeah, he can't really be bothered by which room he is in, so he just follows in
Perfect.
with Judge and Elirr.
Okay, perfect. So we have Judge, Elirr, and Sylas downstairs. At the moment, Diego, I imagine you're just carrying Zelentrus up the stairs. But yes, and Ashira, I would say you as well are also following the others upstairs.
I don't know where I'm going to sleep, but I'd like to have a bath. So,
Okay.
and I heard there's one upstairs. So,
Perfect. So, what I'll do is I will say that you guys basically all head upstairs. And I'd say that Lady Silverwind sort of gestures for you all to go up. Do you all step up the stairs before her as she sort of lets you up to her second floor? Yeah? Perfect. As all of you step through and arrive upstairs, I'd say that Lady Silverwind she notices one thing. As you're heading up the stairs, she says to you, Ashira, this little corner of the staircase, as you're getting up to sort of that top rung where you can see these large pictures and murals, the hall is quite dim. And it's lit by like flickering sort of candles on like little handles, I guess, sort of near the ceiling. And as you step past the gilded mirrors that are lifted up above, that sort of line this corridor at the top of the stairs, she says to you, "Curious. It's always those with the most hidden inside who vanish in the glass." And she turns away without another word. Can I have those of you on the stairs who would be privy to this conversation, can I have you roll a perception, please? Does anybody turn back as this is being said?
I used the lucky.
Okay, you rolled a 7 initially. Use the lucky.
That's better.
A 16. All three of you, as you turn around, we had a 16 from Diego, a 17 from Mirabelle, and a 22, a nat 20 from Zelentrus. As all three of you turn around, you see that she's looking at the mirror past Ashira. who was behind the rest of you. And what you notice is there is no reflection. Each pane of glass here, each mirror on the staircase, shows a flickering light from all the torches. You can see yourself as you're looking down. Even the very faint outlines of where Ashira should be isn't there. Does anyone say anything?
Ashira, this must be really impractical for you, you know? How do you apply your makeup?
Well, how do blind people apply their makeup?
I don't know. How
They
do
know
they?
how their face feels. I don't need to see myself, it's okay.
Okay.
How did I not notice this in the bathroom when we were doing the makeup earlier? I was so focused on myself.
I don't know. You blind? Just looking at yourself past me.
Oops.
But yeah, as you guys head up the stairs, she says to you, Mirabelle, your room is on the left, my dear, opposite mine.
Merci.
As you step on through, please make your way upstairs. So as you guys step to the top of the stairs there, I hope you can see, yeah. She looks to you,
But yeah.
Zelentrus and Diego, and says, the bathroom's directly opposite the staircase, please. As you were. As she's sort of awkwardly following behind. Yeah. What do you guys do?
Did we go to the bathroom, Diego?
Yeah, I will drag him to the bathroom, open the door. I'm assuming is it this one directly? This one
Yep.
here? Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Trying to open it for you. Yep, that one.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll take Zel in there. I'll run some water in there for him. I'll just place him just like perched on maybe like the only toilet. Oh, there's a table. I perch him against the table for a second.
Mhm.
I run the water. I find like a bar of soap, some rags, put them all on the side for him. And then while the water's getting a bit warmer, and I'm sort of just like waiting for it to fill up to an adequate level, I'll just be like, "You what pretty face down there."
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Have you had like combat training or something?
Not training as such. There were a few scraps, especially in my younger years.
Was that with the Black Network, perhaps?
No, nothing to do with the Black Network. I've not had really any connection with them aside from a few people in similar circles.
Oh, okay. You just seemed very confident and sure of yourself when we were there earlier, so I thought I would ask.
Like I said, it's similar circles. They all work the same way. They all want to get as much out of you whilst giving as little as possible in return.
Well, look, I will not pry any further. Here, rags, soap. You need me? I'll wait outside.
Thank you.
And yeah,
And
I'll...
I imagine whilst you're waiting outside, you keep hearing it. Okay. Oh, that one's deep.
Perfect. As you step outside and you can see sort of Mirabelle and Ashira standing next to you. And Lady Puravinia sort of looks to you all and says, I think I should probably give my statement to the guards, but I trust you can all find your ways. Mirabelle, that's your room right there, as she points to the room next to you. Mine's just opposite. And behind you, Ashira, there's another room. Please, I insist. It's all yours. It's a double bed, but I feel us ladies should really have the run of the house. save the single room for the boys downstairs. Don't trouble yourself with that. As she winks at you and then begins to head downstairs. If you need anything, you know where to find me. As she steps away. And I would say that Judge, you probably see her stepping past towards the guards over some time. And
Can I hear
beginning to
what's
talk.
the conversation going on? Like, I'm just I'm listening in.
I'd say that at the moment, from where you are, it's more sort of hushed tones and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, you sort of see her come down and starts talking to the guards and whatnot. But yes, before we come back to there, upstairs, Ashira, Mirabelle, Diego, what are you doing?
I reckon we would go into the room.
Mhm.
And I mean, there's like cupboard somewhere, right?
Mhm.
I see like a mannequin. Maybe I'm just gonna look for. Maybe Lady Silverwind has like some spare dresses or anything that I can just
Mhm.
wear after cleaning up. So I'd get that.
Yeah.
And then I just apologize to Ashira again. Like, I'm pretty sure we will get your dress fixed. I feel horrible about this.
It's okay. We can maybe Sylas can put it on his little magic anvil thing, and we have a new
Oh.
dress.
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, Judge asked for a word anyway, so I need to go downstairs anyway. So, thank you. That's a really good idea. Also,
That's okay. And clothes are replaceable. You are not, So I'd rather the dress is broken.
you fight really well. I wish I had that sort of skill.
You say that. I wish I had more magic. I'm jealous of you two.
Maybe we can teach each other.
Yeah, I got a spare set of hands.
Would you two get a room already? Jeez. I'm just like leaning up. I'm just leaning up against the wall. Yeah, I'm just leaning up against the wall, waiting.
No. Well, if you don't mind, I am getting dressed. So I'll see you later, Diego.
Yes.
just
Good night.
Good night.
Ashira, which room was yours?
I don't know. I think it's this one. I'm gonna go check it out.
I really want a double bed to myself
Oh.
tonight. Diego sees you go in that one, and I squeeze past, and I'm like, let's just have a look.
Yeah, so you sort of have a look around. I'd say that, Ashira, as you open the door and look in, it looks like a nice soft bed. It's obviously quite lavish. There's no expense spared here. This looks like premium stuff. And I would say what you particularly notice as well is that there's a bouquet of flowers that look freshly cut and put in like a sort of vase in the corner, which is elven of some origin. And it appears to be the same flowers from outside. It's as though this room was prepared fully aware that tonight somebody would be staying here, and likely maybe maybe a companion of Mirabelle's would be hanging out in the house as well. I would say what you also notice is that across the bed is a white fur skin. Can I have a perception check from you, please?
Yeah. Better not be what I think it is.
With an 18, this is a fur sort of cover which is created from Yakutus fur. Which you would know as well is quite common as sort of a lavish sort of noble woman's sort of repertoire. They would buy a lot of this stuff. It's very well sought after. And the under sort of Yakutus would have two fur coats. They'd have a interior, so like a sort of thinner coat underneath and a thicker coat on the outside. The thin coat on the inside, closer to their body, is often quite rare and valued, and this stuff is made of just that. They are sheared. They're not hunted. But yeah, you would recognize this as being Yakutus.
So I know this is not hunted. This
Yes. You would know
is-
that this
okay.
is probably farmed and sold at a premium to nobles in various cities around the place. You would have seen quite a few of
Okay.
these kind of materials, usually in sort of noble people, men and women. Noble men and women would have lots of this, either lining their sort of winter garbs, or in this case, their beds. But yeah.
Okay.
Before we go anywhere else, Mirabelle currently stood in the room alone. It's at this moment where you realize that on the bed behind you is a letter with Mirabelle written on it. The room has a familiar scent. It's a perfume. It's very familiar. And can I have a, you know what, let's see. Can I have a history check to see if you remember where the scent or fragrance is from?
Oh, that's poor.
With a 9, you recall this scent being of somewhere in the past, but you can't quite recall where. Possibly Stonehaven, but you can't quite put your finger on it. But it does smell like home. And
I open it. It's addressed to me.
perfect. As you open the letter, before you it reads, "In case you ever need me, darling, whisper your message. Fold it tight and let the bird fly. I'll listen even if the world does not. See the windowsill. Dash Horavinia." And then at this moment, as you turn to your right and see next to the bed, by the windowsill, is a jar with what appears to be 3 paper birds inside it.
I take them.
Perfect. And I would say that I will add this to your sheet after the session. But essentially, you've just been given these paper birds, which you would know you can write your message on, fold, and then throw, and they would find their intended recipient. But yeah, it's basically a sort of magic, wondrous item. And yeah, you now have 3. So very nice. Yeah.
Sweet. I then, probably get changed and I'll get, I assume I can get washed up and then I want to go downstairs because Judge wanted to talk to me.
Perfect. And before we go downstairs, lastly, wandering around the halls, Diego, what are you doing?
Diego's trying to find a room that doesn't look like Lady Silverwind's that he can crash out in while all the boys share downstairs. Because he's not slept particularly nicely for the last few weeks. And he sees this as the golden opportunity to maybe sleep in a big double bed by himself.
Yep.
So I will poke my head in each room that is unlocked.
So you notice that the door on your left is locked.
Okay, I go to the right.
On the right, it is a small cupboard that looks to have clothing, maybe some fabrics. It looks like this is a linen cupboard of sorts with towels and sort of stretched furs and fabrics. But yeah.
Oh god.
And as you open this door at the top of the hallway, you can see before you is what appears to be a massive room, arguably larger than the hall downstairs. It's a massive room that has potted plants on the left side by the windows that are letting in some light from outside, like torch light from the streets. You can also see that you can see the windows that look over towards the city street before you, where you guys came in. And you notice that on either side of the room are these big wooden oval tables. They have writings on them, some ink pots with quills in them. You can see that on the left there appears to be some form of like a vase or statue in the middle. It all looks quite illustrious, but there's no beds.
Okay. And I leave and shut the door behind me.
Perfect. And
for the audience's sake, can I just say Zell isn't in all these places? It's just I recall them out.
yes. Yes. Yes.
The door's
Uh,
locked as well.
and as you reach to that door, you can't open it, but you can feel a light breeze coming from underneath the door gap. It's almost as if it's like a fresh air coming through.
Like a balcony of some sort. Okay, cool. And then there's only one room that I haven't checked, so I'll go all the way down to the bottom.
Mhm.
And that one's also locked.
Yes.
Oh, well, never mind. Oh, wait, no, you're still in there. I shut the door and then I go downstairs.
Perfect. And I would say that, some time passes. What we'll do is I will come to downstairs and we'll bring you guys into the scene after some time has passed. The rest of you, you've
Does
seen...
this count as a short rest? I know we're about to get a long one, but for stuff just specifically
bath?
with this class. Yeah.
You know what? Let's say you're there for about half an hour. I'll allow it as a short rest. If you're in there for some period of time, you're just left alone. We'll come back to you in just a moment. As downstairs, Judge, Sylas, Elirr, you've heard footsteps outside your room. You can hear the guards talking to the nobles. And I would say that Judge, trying to listen in, maybe with the door slightly ajar, you can see that Lady Poravinia is currently giving her statement to the guards here. She appears to be gesturing to behind her where the dining hall is. You can see that she's also talking about probably you guys. She sort of occasionally points at the house, like the rooms and things. She's talking very clearly to the guards.
Okay. Do I get the picture that I don't know how to word this because I don't hear any of the wording. Right? I don't hear them like specifically. No. Okay. If I'm not hearing anything, and I'm just gonna shut the door, then I'll let them have their privacy, and that way I can now focus on the two people I'm left in the room with, who I very clearly heard one of them make a threat earlier towards the other. So I guess Judge is just, and he pulls out a rag real quick out of his like. I don't know, out of himself or something, and he'll just kind of like hold it out for Sylas for the oil.
Yeah,
if you
so,
wanna
Silas
get
will
clean.
take it definitely. Like, thanks, Judge, and he will also like
No
take off his
problem.
shirt, try to clean it. I
Yeah.
don't know if there is anything that I can use for cleaning in this room, or maybe like be water or
There appears to be like some glasses of water on the table. It's almost like maybe somebody had breakfast here this morning. There's a decanter on the table that has some water in it. And there appears to be like a little pot in the middle that is actually empty. Like a little cauldron pot on the center. Maybe some food was in there, you can't quite tell. Around the room, you do see there's like some cloths on like obviously the beds, but also there's some shelves that have either extra bed sheets or pillows, maybe some napkins or something. You're not quite sure. Yeah.
I'll just try to make with the water what how much that I can. For now, if it doesn't work, I'll probably have to head upstairs to seek a toilet, whatever, to get some more water to clean myself up. So yeah, that's like the first thing. I'm still side-eyeing Elirr a bit mad, because all I know from the information that they gave me is that Elirr hit me with a spell, which I don't know if he misfired or like missed the target. Anyway, from what I've heard is that Elirr used a spell.
You guys need anything from me? I don't. If you guys need something or anything, just let me know. But I'm trying to break the awkward silence in this room right now. It's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, as long as
You
keep the
can talk
fire
to me.
away.
If y'all need to talk to me, y'all can. I can maybe be of some assistance. I've seen Lady Evangeline talk to a lot of people, help out a lot of problems, disputes, things like that. So I feel like I can help out a bit if y'all need it.
Well, like I said before, Silas, I'm really sorry. I was just trying to help you. You were caught inside that mimic chair, trying to eat you, and you looked really in distress. And I tried to help. I don't have much experience in these close combat scenarios. And
But can anyone just
a good-
explain what exactly happened? Like,
Okay, let me set the scene. I feel like this is good. We're talking our feelings out. This is good. Listen. So what happened was there's 3 mimics in this room, and they were trying to kill us. All right. One of them got around you, Sylas, and was trying to eat you. All right. Another one almost ate Mirabelle.
Judge,
But
I know. What I need to know is what happened that made me pass out.
oh, listen. So Elirr, in fairness, was trying to cast a spell to save you. He was trying to hit the creature. Sadly, I think he misaimed his spell, and instead of hitting the creature, he accidentally hit you. Which I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Elirr, I think it's more due to you being inexperienced in combat than anything. Like I mean, I'm an experienced fighter, and I still missed a lot of my attacks today. So I mean, it happens. People get a little, we in serious moments and crazy moments, and you guys are adrenaline's pumping through you. Things happen. People get hurt. The good thing is no one died, and we're all okay. All right. So I just think it's an accident. We can learn from this. We can move on. Elirr now knows to not be just tossing spells at his friends, and you now know that things can hurt, and that you have good healers in the party that can keep you alive. I think that's the most important thing here, is that we have a really good synergy in this group.
What would have happened, just for the scene, what would have happened is the moment that Judge reversed, like, it might have been you who are like inexperienced in battle. That moment, Sylas stands up and looks you straight to the face, like, what now? Because he is still pissed off. He's still having this adrenaline, the things that happened before. He's still not cooled down as another person would have been.
Said
So.
Elirr is inexperienced in combat, by judging by how he threw that, and he just needs to learn. He was panicked. He saw you almost die, and he wanted to try to help you. I was also trying to help you. I sadly was missing a lot of I don't know what happened to me today. I have some really, really in the head issues going on. I need to discuss that with, the beings up there. But that's for another, a little bit later today. I just want to make sure we are all okay, and that we all understand accidents do happen. Now, I'm not trying to say it was a good accident. It's bad. He almost got you killed. But he was trying to help. And I think even though bad things happen, and it was wrong of him to almost get you killed, I think that shows how much he cares, because he at least was trying. Maybe my wording's really bad. This is my first time ever doing this, guys. Please don't hold it against me. I'm doing my best.
Well, if I can try and explain, if you care for my explanation, Sylas. This spell, I don't know. I used it only before on, like, when there's one target and you were kind of inside the chair and it was doing you. I don't know, it was weird, and I panicked, and I tried throwing the spell, and it somehow the thing flinched away, and then the spell only hit you. I don't know. I'm really, really sorry. I didn't know that could happen.
Listen,
Forgive me, please.
the both of you. Accidents can happen, but accidents like this, they will have dire consequences. I am not afraid to die. I am afraid what will happen if I don't.
What do you mean?
And I'll take my seat on the bed, trying to clean myself up. I don't want to be in confrontation, not with Judge, not with Elirr. It's not what I want to do. But I'm still, you can clearly see I'm still fed up with the entire situation.
Yeah, I like to think that as you sit down, you also, like, they're still talking to you, and you just sit down and turn away, and you're just like, no, you can't be bothered. You probably notice that next to the bed there's a couple, like, sheets that look clean, but yeah, you can see that maybe that might do to help get some of the oil that's still on you from this flask that hit you in the combat. You think maybe this might help get it off. It looks worn. These sheets look a bit old. You know that it wouldn't be that expensive to replace, and there's a huge pile of them. So would you use those, do you think, to help sort of dab your oil down or wipe the oil down, maybe?
I'll try.
Cool. Yeah, Judge and Elirr, you see this as he just turns away from you, and yeah. What do you do?
As when Elirr sees Sylas kind of turn around mid-conversation, more or less, he just goes over to Judge and kind of daps him on the shoulder. What does he mean? He can't die? It sounds...
Dude, I don't even know half the things you guys are going on about. What do you think? You think I'm going to understand that? Bro, I don't even know what the gods are trying to do right now, all right? I'm really lost. I am super lost right now. And I'm also trying to now help you guys out with your little problem here. I am completely lost.
So, you have problem of own.
Yes, of course I mean, I almost couldn't heal somebody, and they almost died. Like, I'm frustrated right now. Well, give me...
What's...
I think I don't... I don't know. What is this frustrating? I don't even know my own feelings, all right? I don't know what to tell you, all right?
It's at this moment that you hear footsteps coming down the stairs. You can hear it as it's sort of just inside the hallway. And you also heard, just a few moments ago while this conversation was happening, you would have heard sort of rumbling. It sounded like things were moving outside. Nothing massive, just like footsteps or things happening. But yeah, I would say that Diego and Mirabelle, as the two of you come downstairs, you can see that by the front door, Lady Silverwind is sort of holding the door open with Sir Alavander talking to the guards. The two guards appear to be lifting the body of Baron Scoobleton down out through the foyer, and you can see that you have the other nobles are also sort of perched right by the front door on the outside. It looks like they're just about to leave as well, as Lady Silverwind is clearly about to close up shop and is talking to them as they're leaving the door. Does anyone say anything?
I walk alongside Mirabelle. I assume we're both going to the same sort of location. And as I get to the door, I open it and hear their conversation. And I just look at Mirabelle and go, nope. And I just shut the door.
Shall we get a little bit more wine before they are cooled off? I do not want to be in that.
Yes, me too. I'm sure there's some left on the table. Look, let's go find. And I just like sneak into this room and have a look, see if there's any leftover bottles of wine or anything on the table.
The table has a lot of wine and food and things. Everybody jumped up mid dinner. So yeah.
Oh, chicken leg! I just like take a chicken leg, just start chewing on it. See a bottle of the velvet red that I drank earlier, which seemed quite nice. Pop open a bottle of that. I even pour it into the same glass Mirabelle was drinking from earlier, and then pour one for myself.
Yeah, I'm sort of wrapping some food in paper napkins, like, you know, maybe for later, and then just cheers.
Well, what a fucking day! And then I just neck the glass of wine.
I know.
Another?
Oui. I think we need it.
I pour another glass for us both.
I'd say that, yeah, as you guys are doing this, you can hear the door at the hallway closes, and you also hear the lock. You hear a locking sound as a key has obviously been locking the door. Mirabelle, I'd say that from where you are, if you turn around or if you're facing Diego, you'd see that in your peripheral vision, coming down the hallway, looking a bit sorrowful, is Lady Silverwind.
Oh, I go out and I'm like, I'm désolé, Lady Silverwind. I the liberty of wearing one of your dresses because, you know, the one I was wearing was worn out after the whole ordeal. Also, I really appreciate your letter.
You can see as she sees you, she sort of takes a breath to sort of steady herself. Mirabelle.
Are you
sorry you have to see me like this. I'm okay. I was really looking forward to tonight. I've known Baron Scoobleton for some time, and he was a dear friend. I'm sorry you had to be involved, and the last thing I wanted was to put you in harm's way.
Fine.
Are you okay, dearie?
I am just some bite marks, and well, I'm obviously very tired, but Diego has patched me up. I feel a lot better now.
Yes, I
I'm having a
noticed.
s-
I noticed
having
the
a few
two of you
wine.
at dinner were quite close. He seems like a nice man.
Do I? Here's a
Oh.
glass of wine. And I walk out holding her glass.
Thank you. I think I may need the bottle, but she
Well, I
takes a
brought
sip.
that too. And I
and-
pass her the bottle, the
Ah.
leftover.
Thank you. The Drow Nightshade. That's one of my favorites.
Good.
Oh,
Well, I will leave you two ladies to it. If you don't mind, is that room available? And I point towards the only room we haven't been in on this floor, in the other corner.
available? What? The study? If you must. Yeah.
Look,
it's sort of-
there's a little tension in the other one. I'll make myself comfy. It's fine.
Well, please make yourselves at home, wherever is easiest for you.
I did check all your rooms upstairs that were unlocked, but I couldn't find another bed, so that one will do.
Yes, we only have the 3 beds upstairs, but unless you were to share... She looks at you, Mirabelle.
I wouldn't put it on anyone. It's fine.
Oh. Perhaps the girls could... I don't know. Mirabelle, that room is yours, but I'd offer you mine, but...
I will go ask Ashira to share.
Do not.
And
No,
but
no,
I'm
no.
kind of blushing after what Lady
No, no.
Silverwind suggested.
Mirabelle, you have been through enough in the last few days. Enjoy yourself. I will, I'll be fine. I've slept in the woods. I've slept... We won't go there. I've slept in many places that have not been comfortable. A study will be fine. Is there armchair in there?
In the study, yes, there's 2 armchairs, actually.
Good. Oh, great. I'll put my feet on one and my butt on the other.
Oh, would you like a nightcap? We do have, I do have
I've got one.
some teas. Oh, okay. By all means. Yeah, she sort of puts her arm a stretch to lead you to the door. I promise nothing's changed in that room ever since my husband passed away.
Thank you very much. May I say, wonderful meal, wonderful drink, entertainment. Not really up my street, but, moving furniture, it's unique.
She smiles slightly. I'm sorry for everything you've encountered today. Best of luck tonight, Diego.
Luck?
With your sleep.
Oh, well. I thought maybe you knew me a little closer. Diego the Lucky, but never mind. Luck is always with me. Anyway, have a good evening, both of you. Sleep well.
Yep.
I leave the door open, but I go and start rearranging some furniture.
As you step in, some of the plants in this room, it's a room with a table in the center. There's appears to be like maybe some old wines or some empty bottles on the table, some old paper, parchment scrolls, those kind of things. The chairs look a little bit like no one sat in them for some time. And the flowers in the room appear to be freshly cut, but the pots themselves that they're in look a little bit dusty. It's almost like this part of the house hasn't been touched in some time.
Yeah, I don't... Diego goes in with no mind of preserving what was once. He literally picks up one armchair, puts it by the window, picks up another armchair, puts it by the window, cracks the window ever so slightly, and then sits in one with his feet crossed on the other, with a bottle and a glass. And yeah, he just, his loot he just puts beside him, and he just sips while looking out the window with a little bit of fresh air.
Perfect. Yeah. And as Diego steps out of the scene, the door's slightly still ajar. Mirabelle, you're standing in the hallway with Lady Silverwind, and she looks at you as she takes a sip of wine. I trust the room is to your liking?
It is Magnifique, merci. I'd like to come back there one day.
You're welcome to stay as long as you like, or come and go as you please. What's mine is yours, Mirabelle. You're more than welcome here at any time. I noticed that you had some adventurers with you, some interesting companions from all over. What is it you intend to do? Are you a traveling party? Are you musicians? I noticed the mandolin on Diego.
He plays music, but he says he's a musician, but I've seen him play. Not that good.
Right.
But I mean, I guess he earns enough to make a living. I mean, you've heard of our exploits. We only, in all fairness, we only met recently. You heard about what happened at the Moonspire Archives? How I lost my job?
I did, and I'm terribly sorry to hear that happened. Look,
all the events led to this.
Mirabelle, I hate to ask, but if you ever learn anything about Elirr, my son, please do let me know.
Naturellement, of course.
He left Stonehaven under that name, but the Black Network took him in, and I fear he's tangled in things he cannot undo. I fear... Sorry?
Go on. We have spoken to someone at the Black Network. I do not know if we'll see them again, but we might be able to ask.
Well,
I'm sure they'll give us the answer for a price.
I wouldn't want you to follow up with them. It was doing so that led to my husband passing away. He went looking for Elirr, you see, to the Black Network. If the trail does ever grow cold, I would recommend trying the Second Chance Orphanage. Or perhaps speaking with the other Ladies of Love.
Do you really want me to go back there?
Well, I would never put that on you, Mirabelle. But if fate does lead you there, I would advise you tread carefully. As you know, secrets are the true currency of Ladies of Love.
And I just nod.
In the morning, I'll see to it that we can have breakfast together, and I'll more than repay the damages to all of your attire. It's the least I could do. Perhaps we should discuss then on how I can aid you on your next steps. But I feel we've all had a day.
Sure did. And I just grab her hands, like, thank you for everything. I'm pretty sure the rest of the party will agree to help.
I always liked you, Mirabelle. As she steps to the side. And Mirabelle, I would say that catches you a little bit odd. Because as far as you recall, you've never met.
I never met her.
But she sort of heads towards the staircase to head upstairs. Oh, and if you need anything, please do help yourselves. Anything at all. As she heads up the stairs.
Will do!
You too, Diego. Good night, everyone. As she heads upstairs, and you can hear sort of the door creak open, and that she closes it behind her before she goes to bed.
Okay, and I now try and carefully open the door to see what the atmosphere is in the other room, if it's improved somewhat, or if it's they're like fighting each other. I don't know what to see here, but
I like to think it's just Judge in the middle of the room, like not sitting at a chair, just standing at the table, he's just kind of awkwardly standing there looking at the door that Mirabelle just opened, and he's like watching to his left and his right. The two guys are now sitting across the room from each other, and he's just kind of like,
Judge, you wanted to speak to me?
"Oh yes, yeah. I'll step out of the room.
Judge, one question.
Close the door. Oh yeah, yes.
I'm sorry to ask this for you, but
Oh,
if
yes.
you're able, could you bring a bucket of water? This
of
oil is
course.
really messy.
Yes, no, I'll get that before I come back in. Yeah, don't worry about it. Thank you. Yep, bye. Get me out of the room!
Question to DM.
Yep.
Is there like a bucket or a bigger vase in the room?
On the table, there's a cauldron, which has something, sort of a lining to it. Maybe there was soup or something in it. There are like tall vases or vases on the table as well, on either side. It looks like flowers maybe would go in them. They appear to have a very little amount of water in them at the bottom.
Okay. The cauldron is not clean then.
It's got some sort of residue in it, yeah.
Okay.
But you have these two large sort of vases. They could hold probably about 5 or 6 flowers in them. They're quite sizable.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else, or
No, just wondering.
we'll come back to you as we go to Judge.
Yeah.
Judge, you stepped outside. You closed the door. Mirabelle, despite there being very little to make out from the Warforge's face, you can see there's an urgency in him leaving the room.
And in there, I had to have a few wines with Diego because I was just too scared of what I would find there.
Look, I've come to figure out, right? Like, there's a lot of people who are good at the temple, who are good at mediating and talking through problems. I'm not one of them. I was not built to do that. And I couldn't necessarily, I just wanted to be helpful, you know?
What happened?
Sylas says something really creepy. He said to be honest with you, I'm not gonna repeat it for your sake, but it was really, really creepy. Elirr was asking me what he meant by it, and to be honest, I don't know. I'm really confused about everything. But that besides the point. Don't worry about that problem. You have so much on your plate right now. You shouldn't be thinking about what they got going on. They'll be fine. They'll work it out, I'm sure.
If you say so. But you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. Look. Today has been a weird day. Not good at. I don't understand feelings very well. I don't understand. I'm still learning my own. I'm still trying to get a grasp of those. But I was talking to Sylas actually, and he said it, very well, that in order to be sorry about something, you have to actually feel what you're going to be apologizing for. And it's just weird. To be honest, I didn't understand what I did wrong at first, but I think I'm starting to figure things out just a little bit. And I just wanted to say I do apologize for however wrong that might have seemed of me to try to force help take your luggage upstairs for you. I shouldn't have done that, and I shouldn't have grabbed the book.
Still about the book? Oh, no, that doesn't matter, darling. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit embarrassed that you saw it, but I'm pretty sure if you were to go into the library where Diego is right now, you would find an exact copy of that.
Probably. I don't know. Are smut books very famous around these parts?
Well, most of the noble ladies have a fondness for them. Yes, you could say it. Like lady books. I mean, I suppose the secret is out now that I like those books, but you have nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, you're allowed to like whatever you like. I just want you to know that I do apologize. Just know I am trying my best to kind of understand all of you people at once. Meanwhile, trying to get over the fact that the gods probably hate me and my temple disowned me, and now I'm just kind of a a man or a thing, a
Wait, what?
being. Huh? What?
What? Your temple disowned you.
Yeah. I failed my duties. Failed my duties today. That is something I did apparently. But things happen, and there's nothing I can really do about it.
I guess
But,
we are more similar than might than people might think.
probably. But I'm just happy you're okay. And I'm just happy you're still alive. I was a little worried for you there at the start. I wasn't sure if you were I wasn't gonna have time to be able to get you back up or what. But I'm happy you're still alive. That's all of you guys are alive.
Thank you. I'm happy you made it too. I'm happy we all made it. In all
Yeah.
fairness. I mean, it's just what are we going to do now? I mean, if you seem to not have a purpose anymore. Neither do I. Maybe we
Thanks
should
for
go follow up
reminding
on
me.
maybe we should go up on Silas's little lead. I do not know.
Listen,
Also,
we'll
I've had a
figure
few
it out.
wines. Maybe I should
Yes,
do
right
more.
now I think the main thing is you guys get some rest. Don't worry about anyone keeping an eye. I'll worry about making sure nothing bad happens tonight.
Thank you, Judge. I really
no-
appreciate that.
No problem. You have a good night.
You too.
Diego, can I have a perception check from you? At
Sure.
disadvantage.
Ooh. Disadvantageous.
Mhm.
Okay. An 8.
Never mind. You notice nothing. What you don't hear is the conversation going on outside. You're sort
I
of,
imagine I just hear like murmurs. Like I can't understand any words. I can just hear noise.
if that, it's probably more the occasional footsteps, the heavy footsteps of Judge stepping around.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, you don't really hear that. I imagine you're just sort of
That's fine.
doors open, bottles open, Diego's sitting back, getting comfortable.
Shoes off, shirts off. Diego's big chilling at this moment.
Cool.
As
Mhm.
Mirabelle walks away,
yeah,
I think now the Judge is in this kind of big room to himself. He's gonna position himself, I want to say about here. And as he steps here for a moment, as the room falls silent, he'll just kind of start entering his lower powered mode. And to himself, or at least like in his head, he just goes, Hildegard, goddess of the forge. I don't know who to really reach out to, but I feel like you've been, and I've heard your forge. I believe I did. At least I think I did. I just want to know what happened. Why did the things that happened? And what is your guidance?
As you're doing this, can I just have an image of exactly how it's happening? Are you standing as you say this?
I like to think, yeah, he's standing. He doesn't, he's gonna sleep standing. But I like to believe like he's starting to pull his watch, where his eyes are just kind of scanning
into sort of a
like,
sentry mode for.
Yeah.
Okay. So you like power down into that sentry mode. You're watching around, but just before you do start this, you say these words. What I would ask is, we'll come back to you. Let's quickly go around the room and see what everyone else is doing. Diego's sitting by the window, calling it in for the night. Zelentrus is currently in the bath. We have Zelentrus in the bath. Sylas and Elirr, let's come back to you. What is happening downstairs? Before, as you heard some murmuring coming from outside. As Judge stepped out of the room, what happens?
So Elirr tries to fill up like one of the vases using his elementalism over like maybe half a minute, like tries to fill it up a little bit, like every time he casts like 1 cup of water, and then he carefully steps over to Sylas at a bit of a distance and just I heard you're asking Judge for water. If this helps, maybe you can dampen your cloth or somehow maybe I can help you. I'm really sorry.
You see Silas still clenching on his clothing that are like soaked in oil. Like it's okay, but make sure stuff like that doesn't happen too often, because I don't want to be responsible for.
Yeah,
But
I really didn't mean to. Like I said, it never happened like that before. I'm really sorry, and I didn't intend to anything bad to happen. I really wanted to just help you. You looked really hurt, and well, I guess I hurt you a lot more. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it hurt more than the mimic was biting me, but no, but it's okay. Thanks for apologizing. It's something of value to me. Like I said before, people should not taunt me like that. Like, it only brings bad stuff, not the good stuff.
Can I ask what is it that you mean? Sounds very dangerous.
For now, I think it's better that we do not speak of it.
Okay.
Might do it in the future. I don't know. But let's not bring it up anymore. For now.
Okay. Yeah. If I can help with anything, just let me know. I will be over on the other side. Leave you in peace. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll just wait for Judge to return with the water, and then doing some meditation, I guess, and then I think it's good to call it a day.
Very nice. And as the two of you sort of separate, and I think Silas, you're there, you're looking over your clothes. Elirr, would you have left the vase of water maybe on that side of the table near Silas, or would you have taken it with you?
I would have left it there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it evaporates after a minute. It doesn't stay there. Like if he doesn't take it, more or less that moment it goes.
Perfect. But yeah, the two of you sort of separate. I would say that some time passes for the sake of brevity. Obviously, Judge doesn't sound like he's coming back. The two of you are in here.
I am at some point.
The two of you are in here for some time. Yeah.
Elirr would take out one of the books that he got. Probably one of the less harmful ones.
Okay.
Or it sounds less harmful. The teacup paradox. He would just grab that and kind of read.
Okay. As you as you pull out one of the books that you collected from the Gilded Scribe, which is a book titled The Teacup Paradox. As you can see that it's written by a Professor Winther Guzzenspiel, and it's basically a gnomish book. It's a lot smaller than some of the other books you've seen in the scribe shop. It's about just big enough for you to open the pages and sort of look through. It's the Teacup Paradox, Conjuration, Calamity, and Two Sugars. And I guess you just sort of spend some time reading that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what's about, and maybe it helps me be better in the future.
Mm-hmm. I'd say as you start reading it, you probably get maybe over this period of the evening before you take a long rest. You maybe get maybe a third of the way through as you can see yourself reading through different cantrips and things that are mentioned throughout. But let's come back to what's happening upstairs, as a lot has happened downstairs in quite a short amount of time. Zelentrus, about 30 minutes passes. You've been sitting in this bathtub. The water's starting to go cold, but you're still sore. What do you do?
Zelentrus will get out at this point, kind of knowing that someone else, Ashira wants to use it, so he gets out and then instantly stubs his toe, swearing in 3 different languages that Ashira can hear. The first one is common. The other 2, I'm pretty sure she doesn't know. One sounds very lovely. The other sounds horrible and guttural. And Ashira, bets all yours. Don't worry, my water's gone. There'll be fresh water for it.
Are you okay? Why are you screaming?
I stubbed my toe. It's the least painful thing to happen to me today.
You say that, but it always hurts more, especially if it's a small one.
It was not my best day, but how are you?
Honestly, I don't feel too bad. I have a couple scratches and a little bit of blood, but I've been worse.
You did really good earlier with the stone. That was a nice catch, finding the mimics.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened. But my I don't know, my intelligence just suddenly activated. I'm normally not that bright.
Well, you've seemed to be pretty on point so far.
Ah, well, luckily it was just the one death today, and it wasn't one of us.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough for them. Losing a friend,
Well,
that's not easy.
Well, I'm sure they are in grief, but I will make sure we get paid.
Oh, yeah.
What
money,
does
that's-
rat pest control? Surely this is 10 times the price, yes? For a mimic?
Honestly, I didn't really pay too much attention to the rat catcher money. I only recently ran out of other funds that were getting me through.
Oh.
I've only
I
been here
won't-
for 6 months or so.
Okay, well, I won't impede if you don't want to, but normally people don't travel with 6 months worth of money, so good on you, I guess.
The reason that I understand what it's like to lose a friend is that I lost a lot of friends. And thankfully, some of those friends who were still going kept me going.
Zelentrus, it's none of my business, but I have heard your name before.
Zelentrus's face drops and goes white as a sheet as you say Zelentrus.
It is not none of my business, but I just wonder, was hiding worth the loneliness?
Please don't use that name in front of the others. Not yet.
Okay.
It's Cell's fine. Cell's fine. Would you excuse me? I've got a thing to do downstairs.
A thing to attend? Yep.
A thing to
Sure.
attend. I appreciate your candor with this. Thank you.
No worries, Zell, as she gives a wink.
Zell kind of looks down, nods, and just kind of hobbles past you, still completely in shock. His skin's pale anyway. All the color has completely drained from his face. It's like he's seen a ghost.
Yep. And as you
And
As soon as
Zell
he-
will,
go on.
Zell will start to make his way downstairs.
Perfect. Ashira, you see Zelentrus walk past you. And you
Yeah.
head downstairs. What are you doing?
As soon as he leaves, I'm gonna step through the bathroom door, and I'm not even gonna shut the door. It's gonna be like slightly open, ajar. Clothes just drop off. Hot water in the tub, bubbles. If I've had a glass of wine somehow magically appear with me upstairs, I will have that in there. I'm gonna have a bath and take my sweet time.
Perfect. Yeah, so you hop in. It's really nice, warm water. It's clean. It smells nice in here. You notice that there's a bunch of like bars of soap, all with different sort of gnomish names, dwarven names on them from all over. Some look like they're different colors, maybe got bits of leaves of different flowers in them. The whole place in here looks pristine. You've never been in a bathroom so clean. But yeah, so you just sort of take your time, you relax in there.
I'm just, like scrubbing my horns. I'm really getting into like the hair's usually like it's quite light, right? So I'm like really like giving everything a good scrub that I normally can't do. And when she's done, if there's no towels around, because I don't know if there is any,
There
but she would probably
are.
grab a towel. Grab a towel, throw her clothes in her room, wrap the towel around like a little dress, and start heading downstairs to just say goodnight or see what everyone else is up to.
Okay, perfect. So I'll say that you jump in, you have a bath for a little while. Zelentrus, you head downstairs. But before we do, Mirabelle, is there anything you're doing as you've come upstairs? Are you just lying in for the night?
I take it I still have my wine. I'll finish that and then fall straight asleep.
Perfect.
Wait. No, maybe I'll play with my green stone a little. See what it does. Because
Okay.
you know, I've seen Ashira and fool around with her item, everyone that thing, and as I'm just sort of, I mean, I'm not really putting much thought in it, but because I've had a few wines and I've had so much to do, but I'll just idly flip it around.
Yeah. You you pull out this small, smooth stone that has it's a very faint green glow and appears to have like rings that circle that glow on the inside. But yeah, you sort of have a look at it, you investigate it, you look around it. It appears to just be a very bright light within a green gemstone. Not
Well, I'll
much
just
to it.
probably fall asleep while playing with it.
Perfect. As you basically pass out for the night. As your room is your door is closed, you're asleep for the night. Zelentrus, as you come downstairs, before you come downstairs, rather, you start making your way down the stairs. Judge, you're standing in the hallway. You mentioned to me just a moment ago that you pulled yourself to this corner of the room. It's a large empty room. In a way, because of the marble pillars throughout and the red carpet leading down the hall to the door, it's a little bit like the cathedral. But you take a moment, you start questioning the gods. You start asking where they were, what had happened. And it's at this moment where you hear, as you're standing there in the room, everything goes dark. And you hear around you, it's almost like embers of fire, like a stove that has fire embers sort of flowing out of it. You close your eyes, and for a brief moment, as you stand alone in the darkness, you are then taken to a different place. All of a sudden, around you, you see this soft orange glow begin to warm your vision. And as you open your eyes, you find yourself standing at the edge of what is an immense, ancient-looking forge. Around you are chains pulling off to the stars above. There's no rock. There's nothing holding onto it. It's just the stars above you. Below you are fire, lava, and echoes. Echoes of hammers hitting the anvil. As you look before you, as you're standing here, or rather, as you're kneeling here, you see before you a giant anvil. And on the opposite side is a woman. Standing at the anvil, she's stocky, quite tall, broad-shouldered, and has eyes that appear to be amber in color, almost like a molten bronze. When I say she's quite tall, that's tall for a dwarf. Before you, you would know, stands Hildegard, the goddess of the forge. Her hammer, clanking against this anvil, pauses mid-swing. She doesn't look at you at first. There you are, her hammer being pulled down to her side. She wipes her brow and lays it down, and then finally turns to you. I know what you're feeling. They called you failure, unworthy, a hollow shell. They looked at your metal, but never saw your heart. She crosses the forge towards you and stands directly above you as you're still kneeling at this point. You prayed, and we did not answer. I know. I wanted to. Oh, stars, I wanted to. But that silence was the crucible. She kneels down towards you, placing her calloused hands against your chest plate. Because faith ain't forged in certainty. It's born in the dark. When you reach and find nothing, as she looks up to the stars, and still keep reaching. She takes a deep breath. The forge behind her flickers. The molten lava below you appears to breathe with her. You weren't born like the others. You were made, as she puts her hand right in the center of your chest, for a purpose. Not to serve, not to bow, but to protect. To walk the line the others won't. She stands back up and turns to walk back to her forge as she places a single white-hot ingot onto the anvil. She turns to you and smirks. You are more than steel, more than spark. She raises her hammer. You are mine, and you are his, as she looks to you knowingly. Thistledown.
Wait a minute. Miss Hildegard, if you don't mind.
As she clangs on the steel. Speak up!
I get it. Why is the temple disowned? I don't understand. What has happened to Lady Evangeline? What has happened? What happened earlier? Why were you guys not answering? I mean,
I wanted to.
Confused.
And no cathedral full of blind fools will take me from you. She continues to hammer down. You feel the flames of the forge ignite a little bit. You can see they grow.
I stand up and I'm gonna walk around
You
to the
try
other
to
side.
stand up, and you
Oh.
can't. Your hands are placed down on the ground. You're kneeling. You can't move. In this state, whatever's happening right now, you feel powerless. She turns to you, noticing the struggle. Do not be alarmed. This is just my domain. As she continues to hammer.
I want to see what you're making there.
Oh, I make plenty. I
You
made you. Your body hums with light. Not the radiant power you once knew before, not the divine sense that you had previously, not that radiance, not that holy feeling, but something deeper, warmer. You feel almost forged anew. And with one mighty blow, as she raises her hammer, she strikes this ingot. A spark lights, the whole room goes white. And you return back in the room of the Silverwind Manor. Before you is nothing but the room around you. Nothing but what you had seen previously. And as you wake to this moment, you begin to feel that same warmth within you. That divine connection begins to stir once more.
I think it knocks him out of his low power mode. Like he just immediately is right back. And in that moment, he just, for the first time, he feels like, Lady Evangeline was the closest thing he's ever had. But now I guess that warmth makes him feel like there's someone that he's known longer. And now he feels like even deeper connection with someone that, even though he just met, he felt like he's known them forever now.
Mm-hmm. And as you feel all these things, as you're back conscious for that moment, you hear the footsteps of Zelentrus coming down the stairs. Zelentrus. As he went
Do I see him kind of jolt back? Would that happen before or after?
I would say you probably. I'm gonna ask. You know what, Judge? What would he hear? What would he see? As he comes down, you just come out of this. The second he reaches the bottom rung of the stairs.
I think he hears the clanging of his armor a little bit. Like if someone's about to trip, you would hear like a clambering and things. I think that's what he hears. He hears just a quick little clamber of his body or his metal and armor clambering against each other.
Hey, buddy, you all right? Not another vision?
I don't know. You ever had the feeling like you've known someone your whole life, but you didn't know you knew them your whole life until you get to see them again?
Not yet. Not exactly.
Right. I just saw a god.
Okay, that kind of makes sense with the visions.
Is that a normal thing? Do people just see gods all the time, or?
Not for most people, no. It's... Well, some of us are more connected to celestial powers than others. Do you know who you saw?
Yeah, she was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my many years of living, or 2 years of living. Hildegard, the goddess of the Ford, I saw her. I actually spoke to her.
Do I need a religion check for that, or?
You will need either religion or history check here.
That's an 11.
With an 11, you've heard of Hildegard. You're not sure what she
Okay.
represents, but you know that she is mentioned in circles similar to a lot of the gods you're familiar with. Not one of the
Okay.
prime,
Not
but
one of the prime, one of the
yeah, one of the
kinda- yeah.
other gods. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, that's realistic at the very least. Were you aware of Hildegard before this?
I knew of her, but I never felt like I knew her, you know? Until really just a couple seconds ago. And then it just felt like I've known her forever now.
Can I roll insight to see how? See, basically, is this legit, or is he like? Is this one of those whole? They've said something to him, and it's gotten into his head, and then he's had a vision.
You know what? I'll let you roll insight. Yeah, you can roll insight here. See what you think.
6.
You can't tell. It's very hard to tell anyways with Judge what he's feeling, what his emotions are. But I would say you also don't see a reason why he would lie with that 6.
Cool. Okay. Well, what?
She made me. I was created by her. Forged to get. It isn't like I thought I was just some climber of metal just out there and who knows where, but apparently I wasn't even made by Evangeline.
Well, as long as it gives you a purpose, at least for now, it's exciting for you. I'm sure.
Maybe one day you'll get to meet her. She's really nice. She's
Meeting gods again. That's not really in my
she's cool.
to-do list.
She's a good one. She's one of the cool ones.
Yeah, that's what they all think. It's as if it makes you happy. That's
Thank
the
you.
important thing.
Thanks. Oh, I forgot. I gotta get a bucket for Sylas. I was having a moment. I almost forgotten.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a bucket. But those two, they're not fighting anymore. I don't think. But
They were
no, they weren't.
You can see, like, as he came downstairs, there was no color to Zell's face. He was a little bit out of it, and this is kind of just bringing him back to reality a little bit. Of like, what the fuck is going on? So they were.
No, they weren't fighting, like physically fighting. It just seemed like Elirr was. I think he was trying to apologize. I mean, he was apologizing, at least from what I gathered. You know, it's like one of those times where, it's like one of those times where you're trying to apologize to someone, but the wound's so fresh you don't want to hear it. That's kind of what was going on. So I was trying to not, I was just trying to mediate it, and I found out real quickly I was not made to mediate problems. I think that's for someone else to do with.
Just let him scrap it out.
That's the very opposite of what should be happening. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab the bucket. I'll meet you in the. I'll put it in the room. I'm gonna be sentry for the night. You guys can sleep. You don't have to worry about pulling guard. I don't need sleep. I'll just be out here and guard.
Okay. And as I guess Zell kind of gets over to the door and opens it, I guess, and peers in. Wait, where's Diego?
I actually don't know where he is. I can go look. I'll look for him. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure to find him. I'll take a room count. I'll take a head count. Don't worry about it.
Zell's just gonna shout, Diego?
Yes?
Oh, good, you're alive.
He's in that room over there.
Okay, you have a good night, dude.
You as well, Zell. It's good to see you.
You too! Enjoy the room with those two!
Good to see you're alright.
Yeah, I'm fine.
If you ever need healing, I can also heal you. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate it. And Zell's gonna walk in, look towards Sylas and Elirr, and say, Okay, I'm gonna take this.
Go grab a bucket of water real quick. We don't have to really do
And-
too much of it.
And what is Zell kind of seeing as he walks into this room? What's kind of Sylas and Elirr up to?
What are you guys up to?
Well, first of all, Silas is like facing your side of the bed. He was like sitting on his bed, looking at the very wall that you are staying in or at right now. I don't believe like nothing much happened because I think Elirr was reading his book. I was waiting for Judge to come back with that bucket of water, which took a little time. So I think you just walked in on Sylas, doing some meditation, doing some prayer, upon waiting for the bucket, which basically is like precious stars, guide me back to the light. I need your guidance. I cannot falter. I cannot fall. Please guide me back. But I think neither of you would understand unless you speak Druidic.
But what about Elirr?
Yeah, he's just trying to avoid Silas's gaze and just really go into the book and just pretend he's not there mostly.
Is what's is it Ultrui? What's the month that we're in? Sorry.
You're currently in the month of Atreus.
Atreus, that's the bloody one. Is Atreus a kind of a cold month or warm month? Like
It's
what
the-
kind of
Beginning of spring.
beginning of spring? Okay, I'll say. Oh, this is chilly room for early Atreus. Wow. Okay. As Zell will sit down and say, well, since everyone else has been trying theirs with some success, I've got a list of things to try with this. As he takes out his ornate dagger, he says, let's give the first one a go. As Zell's gonna cut across his palm with the dagger and see if drawing blood does anything with it.
You try to cut yourself with the dagger.
Yeah.
I need you to roll a 1d4 for me, please.
Do we notice him doing that? Like, is he hiding it? Is he like just
No,
openly,
he
like...
says it out loud, and he says those words out loud to the room.
I guess
Luckily,
Elirr will look up.
you had the short rest in the bathtub.
That was what I needed.
As you take 2 points of damage, cutting your hand open, it bleeds onto the blade.
Mhm.
Your ornate blade is now slightly bloodied.
Okay, well, that one didn't work.
The rest of you
Did
who
it
look
benefit?
over would see this.
Yeah, still like in a sort of meditational state. You would like, well, if you try to kill yourself, you would like the other way.
That's the second time that's happened in this campaign.
Did you did you
just gonna
not
clap if
yourself?
that needs to get cut.
Might need to
sorry, Elirr, you were
censor
saying.
that bit. But anyways, let's go.
Yeah.
Just believe it.
What was Elirr gonna say?
Did you not hurt yourself enough earlier?
I had a bath. I'm fine. Everyone else has got really cool magic stuff from their items. I'm trying to work out what a ruby hilted ornate dagger could do. I kind of figured blood might be part of it, but I guess it's not. Opening
that's-
up a letter and getting it evaluated are the other two on the list. So if anyone's got a letter, let me know. Anyone got a letter?
As you guys are talking very quickly, Judge, you had a look around in the dining room. You had a look in the side room there. There was a couple of pots with what looks like soot or dirt or maybe some old food in it. What you would have seen on the table is a decanter filled with water. And that's probably what you would be heading back with right now. Yeah.
I like to think that Judge walks into the room at the exact time when, just after Zell has said, does anyone have any letters? And he's got a bloody dagger that he's like switching between the two guys like this. Oh, Judge.
Judge is just frozen in the doorway, just like staring.
Oh, this is my blood.
Right.
No worries, he just got himself.
Trying
Trying to figure out.
Silas.
any-
You can have this here. Here you go, buddy. You can
Thanks,
take
and
that.
I'll take off my pants.
Oh, okay. Well,
Elirr
you
peers
clean
very
yourself
close
up.
to his book.
you clean yourself up good. I'm gonna be out in the main room. I'll pull guard for you guys. You guys can worry about having to take shifts or whatnot. If you guys need me, I can still talk to you. Good night. And I'll just walk out and shut the door.
Perfect. And yeah, is anyone doing anything before you all bed down? As time is sort of passing on, I imagine Diego, you're maybe Judge, as you step back in, you might hear a little bit of a light snoring or something coming from, or at least.
I actually think you would probably hear some like music being played, as Diego does actually play a few chords from his mandolin. It's a very soft, somber note. And I would say he's not doing it very quietly, so you would probably hear him just briefly in the distance singing, "The sky splits open, wide and blue, my past behind, my future new, with strangers' smiles and gnomes' delight. Perhaps I'll find new dreams tonight." And that's what you sort of hear as he's just playing like a soft, somber song in his room.
Yes, but like you kind of just very lightly.
Thank you. And then you just hear like the glugging of a bottle, and then like a thud as it's clearly emptied now. And yeah, he just tries to get comfortable at that point.
Perfect. And Judge, now that you're back in the room, do you go back into that sort of sentry?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep guard the whole night. I'm gonna just be on the lookout again.
Perfect. Elirr, Sylas, and Zelentrus. As Judge has now left the room, I'd say you all start to feel a bit wary. It's been a really long day. What are you doing before you get to bed?
Zel will put the dagger away, and then he'll actually take out his stone. And I don't know what languages the other two speak, but his stone with the carvings on it that has, some green carvings on it. And it seems broken, but Zell starts to look a bit contemplative, almost a bit concerned, and starts speaking in Abyssal, if anyone speaks it. No? Cool, then you just hear these kind of guttural murmurings as he's looking at the stone and kind of looking at it.
Perfect. We'll come back to you in a moment. Elirr.
Also, Elirr will just, I guess, continue reading his book, trying to not watch Silas butt naked, and just not meet his gaze, because he did say, like, leave me alone.
Perfect. And then eventually sort of fall asleep, put the book down, etc. But you read it for the rest of that evening, basically. Perfect. Sylas.
I will have you say, I'm not naked. I'm still wearing briefs, so it's not completely naked. I know I'm in a room of dudes here. Like, I have some decency. Other than that, if there's like no other conversation, or if people like taking to themselves after his meditation and after putting his clothes away to dry, we'll probably head into the bed, ready for tonight, and end it there.
Perfect. Very nice. As everyone else in the room is silently dozing, Zelentrus, as you continue this conversation, it's the first time since being with the group that you've held the stone and spoken to it, or in any way during that sort of quiet or solitude sort of moments. And what you feel is the stone for the first time vibrates faintly. And you hear softly, as if spoken by a loved one that you can't quite place, a breath almost behind the words. Zelentrus, don't drop me. We've only just begun. The voice is genderless, a little bit playful, and then silent. You glance around the room. The others heard nothing. Your grip on the stone tightens. Something about this voice feels familiar, comforting, and wrong.
Wrong, did you say?
Wrong. And then nothing. You can't quite place these feelings. One last thing. The voice, the words you heard were in common. And that's what you hear.
The last thing that Thel will do before he kind of holds it and heads to sleep himself is Zell giggles to himself.
Okay.
Just at the slight absurdity of it all.
Cool. Perfect. It's then that we come to upstairs. We'll start with Mirabelle, sound asleep at this stage, smothered in the softest bed you've laid in since you probably left Stonehaven. This is the pristine life right here. Since you ever left home, this is the most comfortable bed you've maybe ever laid in. Are you sound asleep?
Yeah,
Perfect.
I imagine I am.
Perfect. And last but not least, Ashira. Some time has passed. You had your bath. You got clean. You stepped out. You heard some footsteps and mumbling from downstairs and went back to your room. What do you do? Anything before bedding down for the night?
As she pops into bed, she rumbles through her bag and she starts humming quite a childlike lullaby. And she pulls out a piece of paper, a note.
Mhm.
And as she lies down back into the bed, and her fingers trace the paper as she, in her head, reads it over and over again, and then just has this somber look on her face as a single tear rolls down her cheek. And beds down for the night.
As you lay down and fall asleep, again on a very comfortable, soft mattress, unfamiliar to many of the beds that you've slept in your travels since leaving anywhere you've been before, basically. But yeah, all of you now fall into your slumber, you sleep your rest period, and you all gain the benefits of a long rest. However, I will say, Diego, despite the warmth and comfort of the room that you're in, the drinks that you had the night before, your sleep is a storm of voices. You see in your dreams a woman crying beneath that willow tree from your nightmare the other night. Her eyes filled with loss. Then you hear it. Your brother's voice. Sharp and far too real. You never looked back, Diego. Never once. You jolt awake in the darkness, chest tight, brow damp. Around you, the room is silent. You wake before, you wake up, middle of the night, and this shock causes you to gain and suffer an additional level of exhaustion. Do you do anything before falling back asleep? Do you sort of How do you process this?
What sort of time are we talking?
Probably about 3 or 4 in the morning. It's
Oh, fuck.
It's right in the middle of when you would have been asleep. You're still a bit achy from the day before.
I think I bolt upright. There's windows, multiple windows in this room. I immediately scan them. It's pitch black. I'm a human. I don't have dark vision. I look towards the board. I'm just like, okay, this won't do. And I grab my loot. I trip over the wine bottle as I go to leave the room. I sort of stumble out. I imagine Judge just sees me sort of clatter out of the doorway.
Yeah, Judge, you would see this as you're sort of in the sentry mode.
I actually, Judge will just, because he can talk still. I mean, he's just in a low power state. He
just to point out, it's dark in this room, right?
Yeah, it's dark. There's still some torchlight coming from outside. The torchlight's flickering through the windows. It's very dark. You can just about see where you're going. There are pillars. You see the pillars.
Do I see Judge?
Yeah, you see these low green eyes.
You would
they're
see
very low dim.
You would see the green.
They're staring at you.
The mandolin swips round as if I'm going to hit you with it because.
Hey, calm down. It's just me, Judge. I'm just pulling guard. Are you okay?
Why are you stood in the hallway?
Because I don't need sleep. I was pulling guard. I was watching, making sure no one got in and was trying to mess with me.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Do you need a glass of water?
No, I'm fine. I need to stretch my legs. I'll be back in the.
Where are you going?
To the bathroom. I'll be back.
All right.
Perfect. And as you head upstairs towards the bathroom.
Yeah, he'll go in, he'll just splash some water on his face, just to sort of give him that moment. And then I think Diego, after splashing the water on his face, they would not know I was here. It'll be fine. Just maybe find a place where they wouldn't be able to see me through a window. Yes. Yes. And Diego walks on up to the room up here, opens the closet, goes in the closet and shuts the door behind him and sleeps in the closet for the rest of the night.
Perfect. I imagine you pull some of the fabrics and things. There's actually piles of them on the floor. Maybe you fashion a pillow out of some of the furs and things.
I just grab a bunch, put it down. Yeah, put maybe a throw over me. Use some of the clothing as a pillow.
And ironically, it's more comfortable than downstairs on the soft chair, and you do manage to get your full benefit of a long rest. Unfortunately, you do have that extra level of exhaustion.
So just to confirm, am I now on 2, or have
2.
I lost 1 and gained 1?
You're on 2.
Oh, no.
So you have 2 levels of exhaustion going into day 4. Yes, but you are fully healed after a long rest. You do regain your spell slots. But yeah, the rest of you all manage to get a long rest. You get your sleep. Except there's one other person in this house who's struggling with a nightmare. As Ashira, despite these comfortable bed sheets, despite the comfort of this bed, you find yourself deep asleep after crying yourself or losing a tear before you fell asleep. You find yourself waking in a room with nothing but mirrors around you. The floor beneath your feet is a velvet carpet, thick velvet carpet. You can feel the fibers of it pressing against you, as if lifting you from the ground you stand on. You can't move, you can't speak, but around you are the mirrors. The room is dim, lit by what appears to be almost like a flickering in some of the mirrors. And as you look around, You find yourself stood in this grand room with these large mirrors. Before you, behind you, reflecting off each other, are these portrait-sized mirrors. But none show your reflection. Instead, each pane flickers with someone else's face. In one, a noble woman, weeping. Another, a thief in chains. In another, a child covered in ash. And in the final mirror opposite you, at the end of the hallway, you see nothing. Until you suddenly see, reflecting back at you, are a pair of golden eyes open in the glass. You cast no shadow here, but your blood remembers. As you hear this, the room goes dark for a moment, before suddenly you're thrust. You look to your hands. You can move, but you can't feel anything. The blood is dripping down your arms, off your fingertips, onto the carpet before you. Below you, as you look down, you see what appears to be a circle. A ritual, maybe? You're not sure. In front of you, you see what appears to be yourself reflecting back in the mirror. For the first time, you can't quite make it out, but it's a tiefling. At first glance, you think it could be your sister, until you peer closer. She's younger. She wears a robe of blue and purple. In her left hand is an orb, and within that orb, a gemstone. You recognize that gemstone. As you go to step forward, your feet are stuck on the carpet. As you try and reach out, the blood drips from your fingertips onto the floor. You feel the room heavy, breathing. You begin to grow warm. You feel the drip down your back and awake in the manor, drenched in sweat. It catches you for a moment. You're not sure what's happened. What do you do?
I think she shoots up out of bed, drenched in sweat, and like just looks around the room in a panic, and then sort of starts to realize that she's in the manor and she's okay. Checks her arms, she's not bleeding, I imagine.
She's not bleeding.
Oh. And she heads to the bathroom as well.
Okay, I will tell you, it's early morning. You can hear
it's
the
light coming
birds
through the window?
outside. There's light coming through the window. It's about 6 o'clock. You had a nightmare.
Right.
It woke
Yeah.
you up. But you managed to get a full night's rest without a level of exhaustion.
Okay. She would just head into the bathroom and just sort of, well, not look at herself unless, is there a mirror? Can I check if I can see myself?
Do you look in the mirror?
If there's one, yeah?
Yeah, there's one above the sink as you sort of step to look at it.
Yeah.
There's
Do
no
I
reflection.
see myself?
You see nothing.
And
Not even the clothes
nothing.
that you're wearing. Nothing. Everything on you, invisible in the mirror. No reflection.
She will look towards the mirror, into the mirror, and just speak at it as she says, don't know who you are, but don't play games with me. If you have something to say it to my face. Don't play this stupid game.
It's at that moment that you hear in your head the line from that nightmare. The words you heard, the words you remember, repeated. You cast no shadow here, but your blood remembers. It echoes.
I hear it like a memory, or it's
like a memory. You would have heard this during
Okay.
the nightmare at some stage.
Yeah, it's not.
It's been on
it's
repeat.
It's not like it actively being said to me again.
No.
Okay. Okay. I think I'll stay up from now then. Maybe
Perfect.
head downstairs.
It's early in the morning. I would say, do you head downstairs?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to do a break, just to break the fourth wall before you go morning time, or
So you head downstairs?
yes.
Perfect. As you leave your room and begin to head down the stairs, you see Judge standing there next to you. You spot him and he spots you, and that is where we're going to take a quick break before we continue. And yeah, we will be right back. And we're back. Cool. So, Ashira, you woke up from this nightmare. You headed downstairs after washing your face with some water, maybe looking in the mirror, asking, trying to figure out what's going on. You head downstairs and you see to your left, as you reach the bottom rung of the stairs, you see Judge. Basically, I like to imagine it as sort of standing there, but almost slightly slumped, like he's sort of switched off. But his eyes are awake and looking around, watching the room.
As his eyes fall onto Ashira, it's like a exclamation point, just bing, pings up on him, and he quickly awakens. He gets ready. You, I have a magic card. Well, I'm just kidding. Sorry, my bad. It was a bad joke.
Whilst we're doing jokes,
Anywho.
Paddy, could you quickly just move me onto the right screen?
I can.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I was doing a Pokemon trainer joke. Anywho, I'll just good morning. Good morning. You're up bright and early.
Yeah, I am quite a morning person, I would say. You're up. Have you slept?
Yeah, I slept pretty well. I saw Diego. I'd like to say like maybe an hour or two ago. He was scared when he saw me. He looked like he wasn't doing well. Did you see him up there at all? Did he?
No, I mean, why? Didn't he sleep downstairs?
He did, but he went upstairs. He said he had I don't know. He was a little freaked out. I guess
Was he
because I was.
looking
No, I
sweaty
mean, I
in
think
that?
it's because he saw me here in the dark because I was watching
Oh.
Holy Guard sentry thing. Yeah. Listen, I don't
You
have to
know,
sleep. I get
maybe
to just.
he was sharing the room with someone and he was caught off guard at you standing in the hallway.
No, I don't think so. I don't think he. I would have seen someone else come out of that room. I think he wasn't doing anything.
I don't
What do you
know.
think
I've
they were
heard different
doing?
stories.
What do you think he was doing in the room?
I feel that would be disrespectful to my sister to disclose that information.
Disrespectful. What
Mirab-
is he doing with ladies in the room?
Very quickly, Mirabelle, can I have a perception check from you to see if you're woken by something? A 13. You wake up a little bit because you hear what sounds like a door closing just outside yours, and then some light footsteps.
I guess I'll slowly start to wake up and, get ready and stuff.
Sorry, guys. Judge Ashira, please continue.
No, it's fine. I've heard this conversation about his sister, and then what did What happened between those two?
Well, let's just put it this way: that Diego and I met one day in a marketplace, and I was giving out my fortune-telling services, and he purchased them, and I predicted that he would perhaps meet someone very special very soon, and he met my sister, and
You
they
can
had
do
a lovely
predictions.
night. Yeah,
It's like a
I
magic
do.
thing. What's mine? You have gold of mine. You've been carrying it around. Just take a. I mean, I've let you kept it. I mean, I'm sure this one can be on the house, right?
I wouldn't charge 50 gold for a fortune telling. That is extortionate.
Oh,
Um,
well, you can. I mean, you guys need the gold more than me. Anywho, but I would just like to see what you could gleam on. There's a lot happening. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot you could gleam into my life.
You guys,
sure.
you hear upstairs some creaking of like floorboards, maybe, as you're having this conversation. Diego, I need to ask you: is your door closed?
It was closed. On roll 20, all the doors have disappeared for me.
Okay,
So the only way that I could find the door was by clicking on it.
cool.
That's why it was open, but it is closed.
Diego, you hear in this moment, you hear the door open, and it opens outwards, so it doesn't open into you, but you hear the door creak open. Downstairs, Ashira and Judge, as you're having this conversation, you just hear from upstairs as she opens the door and panics for a moment as Lady Silverwind, in what appears to be some sort of like maybe night garments, opens the door and sees you. Sorry.
Morning.
Good morning.
Do you need this? And I lift up a dress that I was using as a blanket.
She sort of plucks it from me, blushes a little bit, and says, "Thank you. Yes, sorry." And she closes she goes to close the door.
Wait! And I stand up, put my hand on the door. I'm like, it's okay. Let me leave. Look, here are some of your things. Pick up a bra. I'm like, oh, not that. This. Look, nice jacket. Oh, it's at the time. Well, it was a pleasure, Lady Silverwind. Lovely to meet your acquaintance. Once again, food was great. Drinks was really good. Floor was great in closet. Bye. Just scamper down the stairs.
You guys hear all of this, and basically, as you were leaving, she's basically trying to cover herself in any way she can, and steps in, and you would have heard the door sort of close behind, as she's very clearly gone in there, maybe to get changed for the day ahead. But yeah, as you head downstairs, you see Judge and Ashira having this conversation.
Trying to get my palm reading real quick, if you don't mind.
Oh, by all means.
Yeah, thank you.
Your palm?
Or whatever
Can I see your palm?
Sure, you can see my palm. I have a hand. It's a metallic, but here you go. You want me to take it off? I can take it off for you. If you want me to remove it. No?
Well,
Okay.
normally, Diego, I'm sorry you have to see me. There's some professional. Normally, the attire and the crystal ball and everything, but we're trying to predict Judge's future today, I
That's
guess.
okay. Could you predict the future of where the front door key is so I could maybe go outside?
The key was in the door last night, no?
On
the inside?
I turn back around, walk over to the door again.
There is a key in the doorway. Do you
I
unlock
unlock the door and just go outside to get some fresh air.
See?
Perfect.
Your John is told always comes true.
I owe you 2 gold or whatever it is. And then I shut the door.
I'm excited for this. I've never had someone predict my future before.
Well, you have to understand, normally we sit with a crystal ball and it will help me to predict the futures. We don't have that today because I was not prepared. So you'll have to excuse me. Let me take a look at these bolts and nuts in your hand.
Well, it's a little touchy, don't you think?
If you don't want it, we don't have to do it, Judge.
No, I'm waiting. I'm excited to hear my future.
You guys would see on the
I
stairs that there's Lady Silverwind who's watching you, Ashira.
Great. Look. Judge.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
that is even the name that I should call you. I see that you were built with a purpose. To protect, right? Is what you said?
I was
But
a Templar
when-
guard, yeah.
That purpose is gone. What does Judge want in life? What does Judge do? I see that you are heading for crossroads, and you have to make decisions in the future. You will come onto a path where self-discovery is the main theme. And perhaps you will finally understand what happened before you met Lady Evangeline. Because there's more history to you, Judge. And it will help you to understand your future.
That was very deep. I'm not really sure how to take all that in. That's crazy. You have mad skills. How'd you get
Mad
these skills?
Where do you use this term, mad skills? I am not angry.
No, it's like cool, like super good skills, you know, like super talented, almost.
Judge, I have had to learn how to make money on the streets. And if you look like me, there's only certain things that you can do. And luckily for me, this type of service people do take from me.
You mean there's a
So I
lot
had
of
to
things
learn.
you can do. I mean, I saw you kill a mimic yesterday. That was pretty cool. I mean, you have a lot of skills.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry
Good
to
morning,
interrupt.
ma'am.
I'm just gonna go step outside, get some air. She steps past everybody towards the front door. Oh, it's unlocked.
Yep, Diego is just taking some fresh air.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll
Well-
grab a drink. And she heads to the dining room, kitchen
I
area.
feel like we missed something.
Ashira leans into Judge. I told you he must have done something last night. It's this
You know
awkward
what?
tension.
You can
know
hear
what?
her like going into a cabinet in the dining room, maybe grabbing a bottle of something, probably wine.
I feel like I can learn a lot from you, Lady Ashira. If you don't mind, I would like for you to teach me a lot of like how to do the palm read and stuff, but also just like how you pick up on these social cues, because you read that like a book, and I didn't know. I was confused.
You know, you know what? Why don't we talk about it when we leave this manor? Yes?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Maybe you can wake up the others.
Sure,
have,
I can do that. Yes, ma'am. I'll
coffee
get
to
right
make.
to it. Yeah, I'll just walk over to the door, swing it open, and then. Good morning, everybody. Everyone, wake up! Time to get up and breakfast. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Is that what I used to hear? Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Good morning. These beds are pretty nice.
Yes, Sergeant.
Yesterday was weird.
Oh shit.
Also, probably need to explain to Lady Silverwind why I'm covered in purple lights and marks on my face.
Zelentrus,
Yes?
as you inspected your arms, can I ask you, when you were holding the stone, were you using both hands? Would you put it in either hand or?
I think when it started vibrating, both hands.
Cool. You would notice that the wound that was across your hand from the blade is fully healed, as if it was never there.
That's weird. And I'm still holding the stone as I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the only thing that everyone else would see would be Zelentrus just for maybe 10 seconds just trying to figure out what happened, then shake his head and put his stone in his pocket, get out of bed and put clothes on.
You would all hear.
Phil, you're okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just still waking up.
You would all hear the front door open, and like what sounds like slippers, like nice slippers, stepping onto the rock outside into sort of the foyer area. And what you would also hear is a sort of like as a bottle has clearly been opened, and she's pouring herself a glass on the foyer.
We'll have to ask. Maybe a random question. Well, are my clothes dry?
Your clothes are dry. They're a little bit stained, but they are dry.
Okay. I'll put it on. I'll put my pants on, and while walking out of the room, I'll just put on my shoes.
Perfect.
I guess Elirr will just follow, like, just grab his stuff and walk out.
Zelentrus,
Uh,
do you follow the others?
Zelentrus will follow the others, and I think when he sees Ashira, he'll probably look at her with quite a serious face initially, and then it'll soften into a smile and just a light nod in her direction, and then carry on.
Perfect. And I would say that Judge, one thing that you have on you, which you haven't really had a chance to look at yet, is this blackthorn rose box that you received. You just sort of have it on your person. It's in like your belongings with you. But the box is a sleek obsidian wood, polished to almost like a mirror sheen. It's so polished, it's almost reflective. And etched into the side are like thorny vines in a silver filigree, which curl almost like chains almost around the bottom. It has hinges on it, which as you open them, it's sort of like a very gentle whisper. And then it reveals inside that sort of deep violet silk. What was nestled in it before were 9 black petal roses, with their petals being that rich black color with hints of like purple tinging the edges of it, as if they were sort of like maybe damaged or bruised by just existing, like the edge of the rose. Their stems are long, they're rigid, and they have what appears to be like thoughts. Some of them have the occasional thorn on them, with like what appears to be like an onyx colored black thorn. What you would notice whilst looking at it is it appears to capture the light almost, and they give off no scent, but something about them would linger in the air. You'd have like a strange chill, almost like a perfume that's been on clothes which have sat for a long time. It's not quite a smell, it's sort of faint, very, very faint. But you have this box on you. You've had it on you basically the whole night whilst you've been on sentry. What do you do?
I mean, I don't know what to do with flowers very much. Silas, you want these flowers?
What? Well, if you don't want them, then sure. Maybe we can find a use for them.
Hey, be careful. Those were a gift from a dodgy guy, the Lord Blackthorn fellow. He came into apparently he's been hounding Lady Silverwind for a while. The Judge and I met him at the door yesterday, and we got him to leave. But I pushed him away specifically, and he got a look at my face with the makeup on and really tried to take it in. He just seemed like a really dodgy character.
We just sell them.
I could destroy them if we think there's a problem with them.
I just wouldn't trust them. There's been enough crazy items in this house for one day. I wouldn't put it past another lot.
Well, this is what I do. DM, you know more about the making of a. Is there like a part of inside that's like almost like similar to like a fur, where there's like probably like I don't know the makings of a warforge, but I'm sure there's like a part of inside of it that's very hot and it's heated.
You have a very hot core.
Yes.
You cannot access it.
I can't get into it?
No. It's like a solid piece of metal, and behind that is heat, but you've never tried to get into it.
Ah, I see. Never mind. Is there like a fireplace or like something burning? There?
There are candles all around you. You would recall that
Yeah.
there was a fireplace in the room where Scoobleton passed away.
I'll just go in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go into that room and oh, hello. Hello, things. I'm gonna go over here to the fireplace.
Whoops.
Oh,
Sorry.
whoa,
Yep.
whoa. I got transported another dimension. And I will throw I'll take the flowers out of the box. I'll toss those in. And then as I think about it,
You just burn them? You throw them into the
yes.
fire. Okay. Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna take out the other flower I've gotten. I was given this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else has done something with theirs. I haven't done any with this. I'm gonna throw that into the fire too.
Okay. As you do so, you throw the black roses in first. And what you notice is that they go from black and sort of closed. They sort of open up to a vibrant purple color.
Kinda cool.
And then they burn to ash.
Oh.
And what you smell in the room is a very, very, very sweet scent. Almost like you're burning sugar. It's really sweet.
That's adorable.
What you also notice is that there is a sort of the fire behind it goes to like a light blue color and then fades back to normal as all of these roses which you've thrown in have just burnt a cinder into ash. Before we continue, Mirabelle, as you lay upstairs, you can hear the rumblings from downstairs. You heard a scream earlier as Lady Puravinia, and then some quick footsteps heading towards the stairs, heading down the stairs before followed by another set of footprints going down the stairs as well. You would notice that the balconies, the light that's flooding in from outside is warm. It's bright. And it's sort of filling up the room now in front of you. You get changed. You're ready to tackle the day. Do you head downstairs?
Yeah.
Perfect. As you sort of step on out and head downstairs, what you notice as you leave your room is there's another letter at the foot of your door.
I'll open it up.
As you open it, it's from Lady Puravinia, obviously. It has her seal on it. She's taken the time to put the seal on it. And inside it says, "Apologies for last night, for all the hardship I put you through. Hopefully this will soften the blow." And inside, along with this letter, is 50 gold pieces, which she's left for you.
I pocket it and be like, she can talk to me. She can talk to me if she wants to speak. But yeah, I'll put both the letter and the gold. I'll just put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah, and go down.
Cool. As you then head down the stairs, the rest of you would see her coming down, whilst Judge is currently burning the magical roses in the other room. Yeah. Cool. What do you do?
Good morning.
Evil magical roses. Thank you very much, DM.
Good morning.
You're up early.
Well, Judge woke us, and I think he wants to go. So, yeah.
Well, I suppose we can have a little petit déjeuner, a little breakfast, and then we can go.
Yeah, are we not staying for breakfast at least?
Should we? Is it like we never stay for breakfast anywhere?
I know, but this Lady Savoie seems nice, and I think it would be good to. We haven't really had a proper conversation about a couple of things. For one, the Lord Blackthorn situation. The whole group hasn't had part of that discussion yet, and also, you mentioned potentially this room situation not being a one-off, especially whilst the Lord Blackthorn situation is in swing. So, probably worth us having a bit of a chat at least.
But shouldn't she like go to, I don't know, the guards or something? Like, why?
Well, she might have to. They might tell her to wait here until they come to her.
We're already at the
I-
guard here, right?
She is just outside.
As you guys
We
are
can speak with her, but
as you guys are
I-
having this
I-
conversation, sorry, as you guys are having this conversation, Diego, you would see before you are two human gentlemen walking your direction towards the front door.
Yeah, I step back up the steps to make sure that, because I know that Lady Silverwind's there, I make sure there's a barrier between them and her, because I don't know who these people are. So I like step up and I'm like, howdy. How can I help you?
Good morning. Were you? Hello. Is this a new guy? Hello, everyone. Sorry, Diego. These are my helpers. Please come in. As
Oh.
she ushers them in, they
Yeah,
sort of
be my
look you up and down. Wouldn't be much of a gardener, anyways. I don't think. As they walk past you, through the front door.
Oh,
You get that. you see they look you up and down on you can feel the judgment as these two human gentlemen walk past you.
get back to work.
He sort of looks at you and goes, whatever, and walks past. Yeah, these two humans step in. Diego, please do come inside. Join us for breakfast.
Yes, once again, I just wanted to say, I apologize for this morning. I did not expect for you to be dressed as such. But even, look, we don't need to keep talking about it. Last night, I really admired your vigor. I really admired your vigor in dealing with all of the dinners. Let's walk off.
She blushes.
Ashira nudges Judge. No.
Hey, guys.
And she closes the door before joining the rest of you. Judge, we'll come back to you. You burnt these flowers.
Yeah.
You threw your flower into the fire.
The dried, yes.
The
and
dried
before
flower.
He does,
Mhm.
Before he does, he'll just real quickly say, as Hildegard made something with her fire in the anvil, I will throw this in. Because she's important to me now. He'll throw it in.
As you throw it in, it sits on top of the flame there for a minute, like on top of the logs, the hot logs, and the fire goes around it. It appears unaffected. This item you received from Thalos doesn't appear to do anything. It just sits there. It looks pristine. It looks as though it's not affected in any way by the fire here. What do you do?
Well, I can't just reach in there and grab it. That's gonna hurt. Well, you know, this is interesting. Well, that sucks. He's gonna walk out the room, I guess.
You just
I'm not
walk out?
Reach into the fire of all
You
things.
would see that there are like tools like pokers and things to lift
Oh.
logs and stuff on the side next to the fireplace. It's not just an empty fireplace with anything in it. There's like some equipment and tools things there.
Weirdly, I'll just creep in and grab it with one of the things and then pull it out.
Perfect. Yeah, you put the prongs in, and you sort of grab it, hold of it, and pull it out. It's not even warm to the touch. It doesn't appear to have been affected in any shape or form.
But that didn't go as far as I thought it would.
Perfect.
Don't worry, Hildegard. I'll get better at it. Promise. And I'll walk out of the room.
The rest of you begin to hear the pots and pans of sort of food maybe being cooking. There's a light smell in the air already of like freshly cut onions and things. The two helpers who came in are clearly in the kitchen fixing up some food. As Lady Porvinia comes down to you all and says, good morning, everyone. Thank you for not letting last night end in tragedy. Please, I thought it over, and I'd like to thank you all and offer you this as a thanks. And she reaches back to her side and opens up a little coin purse and opens it up. And inside she pulls out, basically, it's like a little blue coin purse. She reaches in and puts her whole hand in. And I would say that all of you can see this as the whole thing goes in. It's almost like her arm goes through the bag, but you can't see it coming out the other side as she reaches in and pulls out a pouch of gold coins and gives it to each one of you. She reaches in, grabs another, and gives it to all of you. Each of you is handed a singular pouch of coins with 20 gold pieces in it. Yeah. As you all have 20 gold pieces, she then sort of closes up the bag, says, these are very handy, these coin purses. It's a newly fashioned bag of holding. Oh, actually, do any of you have one of these?
No, we do not. I don't think we have one.
Hold on. As she steps to the room you were sleeping in, Diego, and you hear her sort of fumble around. She steps out with what appears to be a bag, with almost like a face on it. It looks very much like it's just a normal bag with sort of leather that's pulled in such a way that it's got a face on it. So this here is a bag of holding. It'll allow you to carry beyond your carry weight. They're very useful, especially for anyone who travels the road. I insist, I'm not much of a traveler. It was once used by my son, but I haven't seen him for years. If any of you would like it, Mirabelle, maybe, would you like? Who would like to have this? I insist you take it.
I could not possibly take any more. Thank you.
Maybe
one of the others will have it.
maybe we can reunite it with your son if we find him on the road. And maybe that way you can take it, Mirabelle.
That would mean a lot to me.
Yes. In that case, I will take it and return it to him.
As you take hold of the bag of holding, you now have that on your person. So you guys have now received a bag of holding as well. And it's at this moment where she looks to you and she says, I suppose I felt very guilty last night. I couldn't support you in combat. I was never one for magic or any sort of battle. But what I do have is well, actually it belonged to one of the ladies of love, but it was a gift. And she pulls out what appears to be a pearl necklace. It's cracked. Most of the pearls along this necklace are cracked. 3 remain intact. As she hands it over to you, I believe this cracked pearl necklace has 3 charges remaining. Perhaps, as she looks to you, Elirr, Mirabelle, Zelentrus, Sylas, perhaps one of you, Diego, maybe?
Who did it belong to?
This was a ladies of love. It belonged to one of the ladies of love, but she gifted it to me. Lady de la Rosa? Perhaps you know her?
As my eyes go wide. But
It was a gift. It was used a fair bit for some spells. These are made of pearls of power, you see, so perhaps one of you could take it. She holds it out to you. Does anybody reach for the necklace? Anybody take it?
If you insist.
As you have said all of our names, I do not think Diego should take it, but I'm sure
cannot
Mirabelle would look. Okay, Sylas it is.
Diego, you don't want something to remember her by? As a wry smile goes across Zell's face.
As
I would
Sylas,
take it, but I do not know Lady Della Rosa, so no, I'm good, thank you.
Sylas, you receive in your inventory, I've just given you a handout there, a wondrous item, which will require attunement, but it is a pearl necklace, which you can take a magic action to regain 1 expended spell slot of level 3 or lower, and it can only be used once per per long rest. If you do this, you have 3 charges each time it cracks one of the pearls. So you can regain a spell slot of level 3 or lower once per long rest. But yeah, that's what you receive. As she then says, "Thank you so much for your time. Now, where is it that you intend to go?" As you can hear plates being laid in the kitchen, in the dining room.
Actually, before I ask this question, any chance I would know Della Rosa? Should I roll for it or not? I
will tell you. You can roll for it. Let's have a history check from you, please.
Would I know the name? Being
Anybody,
in that city?
anybody who wants to roll can definitely roll a history check. I would say Diego. Yep.
I was basically gonna bring up the Blackthorn thing whilst everyone's here.
I'd say that for sake of brevity, you describe what happened last night, talk about Blackthorn, how he came to the door and was ushered away. Lady Della Rosa probably is just putting something back in the side before coming back out to you. Maybe putting her coin purse down. But yeah, you guys all now know what happened with Lord Blackthorn coming to the door and dropping off the roses. Oh, it sounds like dinner. Or breakfast. My mistake. Oh, breakfast could be served. Please, come join me, as she leads her way into the kitchen. I would say that Della Rosa, with a 6 from Ashira, a 10 from Judge, 10 from Diego, and a 7 from Zelentrus, none of you have heard of Lady Della Rosa, aside from Mirabelle, of course. But yes,
I didn't roll.
You didn't roll, but you did react. Yes, as you guys all step in, you can see there's breakfast laid out on the table. There's food, there's some drinks. There appears to be wine again. Della Rosa pours herself a big heavy glass full of wine and begins to sip it, almost like that's going to be her breakfast. What do you guys do?
Lady Silverwind?
Lady Silverwind.
Said Della Rosa a couple of times.
Yeah, you said Della Rosa.
Oh, sorry, yes. Lady Silverwind. Yes,
wait, what is her name?
No, sorry, that's on me. Yes, Lady Silverwind, sorry, pours herself a big glass of wine.
Feels rude all sitting up this end of the table. Like, someone move down a little bit. She's not cursed or anything. Judge is just like, I'm making friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lady Silverwind, as I offered last night, and that I'd have to check with the group, would you be interested in any help regarding the Lord Blackthorn situation, or even just if we're in the city? We do have some duties outside of it soon, but if we're in the city, would you like us to stay here and well, give the house some character and people?
You are all more than welcome. I must say, I was planning to sell the place, to downsize. Regarding Blackthorn, Lord Blackthorn, he's harmless, really. I'm not worried. He's always been a long-term admirer of mine, but I see no ill will from him. He actually knew my husband quite well, and they seem to get along. I have no concern there, but I appreciate your candor and your approach here this morning. I trust me, I can take care of myself. But thank you,
Insight check?
Zel. Yeah, go for it.
Nope.
With a
Really rolling
9,
bad today. That's
you're
a 9.
not sure, but she seems genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah. As she sort of looks around the table. So, where is it that you intend to go next? What's the plan? I have to visit the city guard later to give my witness account. I advise you don't stick around to give yours. Trust me, it's a lot of paperwork.
Well, I don't know about the rest, but couldn't we like leave the city if we don't have any more business here?
Yes, perhaps you could help us. You seem well connected in the city, or at least you have connections with people that could help us.
What is it you're after, dear?
You know, a private card would be nice. We need to get out of the city. Walking is
Where is it
boring.
you're going? Is it far?
It is not. Sylas would know, I think, better, but I don't think it's far.
It's, from what I've heard, not that far, but I'm not sure about the exact location, I think.
Well,
It should be near the city, somewhere
It's
in
a
the
couple.
woods.
I know it's a few days south. I've been past it in the past.
oh, well, it sounds more long term than just throughout the city. There is one place I know. You could find a carriage or a coach at the Crescent Spur stables in the Gate District. Perhaps there you'll meet someone. Oh, I know. You could ask around. There are plenty of capable carriages there. If you let Darius know that I sent you, he runs the place. Hard to miss, the dwarf.
Darius at the Crescent Spur stable. In
Yes.
the gate board?
Yes, if you tell him I sent you, he'll be sure to get you where you need to go. In style, if not entirely sober. Yes, they're in the Gate District, but the best carriages do go early, so I'd advise, if you want to choose, I use a carriage from the Crescent Spur to get to Stonehaven and back.
But that is the mighty track.
Well,
How long
yes.
does that take?
It took me some time, but we did stop off at quite a few of the more scenic travels along the way when I first moved over many years ago. You can see that there's a sorrowful look in her face as she says that. As if she's not quite sure she remembers it fondly. Or there's some pain to it. But if you're looking for a coach or a carriage, just ask for Darius at the Crescent Spur stables. Tell him I sent you. You'll get the best rates. He owes me a few things.
Well, I appreciate your hospitality in the room. And the coin, I will not lie. And also your advice.
Anytime, Ashira. Well, shall we have some breakfast?
Yes.
As you guys all have your breakfast, some food, you notice that there's a little bit of food left over. Would anyone like to take some to go? Some rations, perhaps?
Or
Food
some
quickly.
food for the road.
Let me... Javier! She calls out to one of the guys. Yeah. Javier, could you pack them up so they could take their rations to go? The rations? Oh, okay, of course. As he comes down and picks up different sort of meals, and you can see he goes in with these plates and sort of forms them out before coming out a few moments later. Wrapped in parchment are about 3 rations each. So you can all add 3 rations to your sheet. 3 days rations to your sheet. As there's quite a bit of food left over. She's overcooked. So there you go. But yeah, what do you guys do? Now that you've finished breakfast, she's told you where you can hire a carriage. You've received a few goodies from her. She's looking a little bit sorrowful and has also stated that she's heading into town to give her account at the guard. What do you do?
You seem more assured of yourself this morning than you did last night, but if he does cause you trouble, let us know, and we'll be back in a few days or a week or within that time, and we'll pop through when we do.
She reaches out to you, Zelentrus. Do you pull away as she goes to touch your hand? She puts her
No.
hand over yours and looks at you dead in the eyes and says, I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself, but thank you. As she then sits back in her chair and continues to sip on her wine. I appreciate your support, and I hope that you will make use of mine. Is there anything else I can do for you all this morning? Before I need to head out, that is. Where's Diego?
I'm sure Diego's just outside catching some air. I'm sure Zelentrus definitely enjoyed taking your support. Anywho, we should probably get moving. We got places to be, things to do.
We should prepare for the road, and it's a long way.
We are prepared. We do have rations, and we have things. I think we're fine. I think we can get on the road pretty soon without no problems.
Does anyone need to go to Merchant's Row before we head out?
Might pick up some potions if needed, like healing potions.
Yeah, I wanted few supplies, but nothing major.
I was looking at a new set of armor.
Well,
Why
the
don't we
the
pick
gate
up the
district's on the other
supplies?
side, so
Yeah, let's pack up supplies and get the carriage and we go, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Diego.
Right.
As you've been outside for some time, the rest have had some food. What is it you're doing?
I think when everyone went into the room, Diego spaced out for a second, sort of like took a moment to, sink everything in last night's, the tiredness, and immediately felt a little sick in like the back of his throat. And it's probably partly due to how tired he is, because it's been ongoing now for almost 2 weeks. So Diego storms outside, splashes his face with the fountain water, and it's just like, what is wrong with me? Like, sort of like arguing with himself. And then they look like apple trees here.
Mhm.
And if they are, I think he would just try and look for the best looking apple, take 2 maybe, and he just sits on the little bench out there, tries to catch his breath for a moment, tries to relax, and just takes a couple of bites of these apples. And just waits.
Whilst you're out there, as you're going to pick these apples, you notice that in the hedge to your right, for just a split second, you thought you saw a very large cat. As you rub your eyes and do a double take, you don't see anything. But yeah, it was almost like you hallucinated.
Oh dear. And yeah, that's it. He almost like both arms on the back of the chair, head back, and he's just like, fuck. Like, just sort of like sat there, just waiting for the gang to come whenever they're ready.
Mm-hmm. As the rest of you all stand up and sort of get ready to leave, Lady Silverwind looks to you, Mirabelle. Mirabelle, I trust that all is okay, and that if you need me, you will reach out to me. Is there anything I can do? Anything you need? Anything you'd like to ask at this time whilst we're together?
I might need a little bit more time to think about some of the things you said. I promise you I will come back after we did our quest to wherever Sylas needs to go. And then maybe we can talk some more.
I hope
Maybe.
so.
Now just give her a big hug.
Yeah, do you reach out?
Yeah.
She fully embraces you in this hug. In this moment, you're not sure whether you needed this hug more or she needed it more. As she holds you, and what you notice is that she's not letting go. She's holding you. Do you let go?
Eventually. But I'll just look at her and I'll back. Good enough.
You let go first as she then releases you. And she looks at you, and you can see, I'd say that for anybody who's witnessing this in the room, you can see that her eyes are slightly puffy or welling up slightly as she
Yeah,
sort
the
of nods to
same for
you.
Mirabelle. Same for Mirabelle. Yeah.
Very well.
Right. We
Wish
have
you
business to do.
all the best out there. Take care of yourself. All of you. As she looks to the rest of you as well. Perfect. Do you guys then head outside? Do you head to the front door?
Elirr would head outside.
I guess, yeah.
Perfect. As you guys all head outside, you meet Diego at the front door. I'd say Lady Silverwind waves you on, wishes you well, and nods at you before closing the door as you walk out. And what I'll do is, as you all see Diego, do you join the group?
Yeah, I think in the moment that everyone gets to the door and I can hear the hustle and bustle of them coming, Diego's just like, game face. And then he rocks out of the chair and he's like, everyone! And then just goes back into normal Diego mannerisms as soon as everyone rocks up.
Perfect. Perfect. So as a group, you all step out of the manor and find yourselves at the edge of the Heartwood, just next to the Emerald Courts, the fountains, the beautiful sort of palace walls and everything around you. You see that there are knights and nobles all around walking up and down the streets. It's early morning. As you guys leave the manor, you see that there are fountains on your right. The nobles are out in the street, walking around, going from one house to another. It's a beautiful sunny day. You feel the warmth of the sun against your skin. And as all of you begin to head down towards Merchant's Row, that is where we call tonight's session. As you guys have now finished off the Silverwind Manor and are heading towards Merchant's Row to do some light shopping before heading to the Gate District, where I imagine you'll probably try and rent a carriage. But we'll find out in the next episode next week. So yes, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you for watching. And until then, bye-bye.